it. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to ANIPOD Presents the In-quyzz-ition. I am your lovely host, Dippy the DM, and these are my lovely players. Say hi, lovely players.
Hi, lovely players.
Hey.
Hey.
And welcome to the not penultimate, this is the last.
The penultimate.
No, the penultimate is second to last. This is the last episode of ANIPOD's Talkback Week. We have been all week either getting you better acquainted with or or talking back about our main shows on the channel, and this is the last one that we have to do.
Get to do.
That we get to do. Have to do and get to do are very different. Thank you. So, before we hop right into it, Battle Royale? No, a talkback. Yeah.
Yes, we're all killing each other.
Fight.
Oh, okay.
I am slowly on my way to Dadley's house.
One of these characters is specifically designed to kill everybody, so...
Yeah.
But he did it, though.
It's this thing. I'm supposed to kill everyone eventually.
Incredible.
I mean, there are 3 of us in the same state, so I mean, technically we could.
Yeah, we could duke it out.
Hey, you know what? Let's organize it. ANIPOD Battle Royale.
I would love a battle royale.
Oh my god.
I would love a battle royale. Like one character from each campaign.
I want a
Oh, see, my thought was each campaign does a battle royale, and the winners then go do a battle royale.
Dude.
Even better.
That would
Even
be
better.
pretty fucking sick.
Charity
actually.
event.
Charity
idea.
event? Yeah. So, before we get too deep into tonight's night of questions and answers, we do have a couple of shouts and partners and sponsors in the spiel to get through, starting with tabletopaudio.com, your #1 source of audio and sound effects for your tabletop role-playing games. They have thousands of tracks or hundreds of tracks from dozens of genres that you can use for your tabletop role-playing games, both online and in person. You can link together with people using their server connection function, where you can just have a link that everyone is listening to, that a stream doesn't necessarily have to hear it. You can connect them to your smart devices like Google Home and Amazon Alexa, and you can control your audio experience through them. You have ambience tracks and soundboards and sound effects for you to enhance your audio experience, and so much more that all you have to do if you are using them for a stream is to give them a shout, and that's exactly what we're doing here. Thank you, Tabletop Audio, for being the music to our ears. The In-quyzz-ition isn't brought to you by anyone else specifically. So alternatively,
Except for viewers like you.
but viewers like you, thank you.
Shout out to our Twitch subscribers.
Woohoo!
Woo!
This concludes Talkback Week. Next week, we are going to be doing a Dapper D's episode. We will have an episode of Monster of the Week on Thursday. And possibly, this is outside of the normal schedule because last week we played In-quyzz-ition. This week we're talking back In-quyzz-ition. Next week we may play In-quyzz-ition again. Depends on how we're feeling. Depends on other people's plans as well. As you can see, 2 of our players have not made it to today's episode, but because this is a talkback, we're a little more open to having less people around, and we can get around to those characters next time. So shout out to Willow and Burk, who are not here today. We will eventually talk back them in another episode. So with that, let me get the spiel out of the way so we can get started.
Okay,
go.
No.
Oh, Emmy is so cute.
No.
Go play with
So,
you.
now for the spiel. Oh my god. Wow. Holy crap. She's wrestling her daughter. Fighting back. Alright. So, give us a follow if you like what you see. RKO. Give us a follow if you like what you see. Give us a subscription if you're feeling generous. A Prime subscription gives us the money and you the ad-free experience at no cost to you with an Amazon Prime account. Give a subscription on the YouTube channel to keep up with the VODs of all of our shows, past, present, and future. Follow the link tree in the description to see all of our other fun stuff, like the Instagram to see updates when we go live, clips edited by Just Brett, and memes made by Dono. The merch store has more things coming to it soon, and when you go there, you can have a small piece of the channel with you. So go check out all of your old favorites, and in the short future, check out all of the new stuff that we have planned for you. The Discord server, where you can chat with us and all of our other ANIPOD fans at any time you like. And at some point in the near future, a very special enterprise that we are undertaking to save for the future, but we'll tell you more about that as more details are parsed. As always, we appreciate anything you do to support the channel and support what we do here, but do what you can, not what you feel like you have to, because your financial security in life is more important than our entertainment of you. And we need y'all to be like surviving, we need at the very least, and thriving at the very best. So thank you for watching, and thank you for supporting us, and with that, let's get into
roll initiative.
I was actually gonna say roll a d20, and whoever gets the highest roll will start the popcorning of the questions that are going to be asked today. We have a list. Oh,
damn it!
I rolled a 1.
Incredible.
Great, you get to go
20.
last. Okay. God, of course.
Who? What?
Stealthy got a nat 20.
Of course.
Wow, I did not get the lowest. I got a 5, and
Wow.
I beat 2.
I got an 11.
1, 3, 5. That's hilarious.
Incredible. So, as you can tell, for longtime viewers of the In-quyzz-ition, say hello to Taylor, aka Stealthy, aka Mavrin. We're packing out the deck today with previous guests of the show, as well as some of the longtime players. So you rolled a 20, you get to ask, and if you saw the Crossroads talkback earlier this week, this will operate in much the same way.
Same format, yeah.
Highest roll is the only roll until we ask a general question, and we're just gonna popcorn between whoever gets asked a question gets to ask the next question, and so on and so forth. So whenever you're ready, Stealthy.
Alrighty. Dippy.
Yes. Wow. All right. Starting right away then.
Are there any NPCs so far that you want to bring back but cannot find a reason to? If so, who?
Oh man.
Can we all guess?
I mean, there's been
Sexy
a
dragon
lot.
mommy.
Sexy dragon mommy wants to be my response too.
Okay.
The messenger from the first episode that Zog has beef with, because he's like, you're like me, but on land.
That's funny. I didn't know about that.
Yeah, that's literally episode 1. He just talks shit to a postman the entire time.
Yeah. So, there have been a lot of NPCs introduced that have gone by the wayside as y'all have traveled. But
Whatever
if I
happened to
had
that dude that I broke his leg to fix it?
I forgot about him too, yeah. Of all of the NPCs that have been introduced over the course of this campaign, Ken Aurorales is someone that, like, can be so helpful to you guys if you, like, have a reason to, like, come across them again, find them again. Like, they can be a very powerful ally.
Yes.
But they are a stay-at-home mommy dragon. Like, they don't have the conviction to go out and do like adventurous things, or like, because they used to be like a politician. They're like all lawyered out and stuff like that.
Normal, well-adjusted people don't go adventuring.
Yeah.
I mean, Sundial can be casting sending once a day to her and just be like, "Hey, how's it going? This is Sundial. I just want you to know."
You up?
You up is
You
wild.
up.
Sundial was the only one that wasn't like, whatever, "I'm not giving you."
Oh yeah. Of everyone, I would love to bring back Ken Aurorales. Oh hey, Gear Sparks, welcome to the chat. Good to see you again. Yeah, there's a strong want to bring back Ken Aurorales, but y'all have to would just travel that bit of the river again, and
Yeah.
hope that you bump into them. So with that, I suppose I will make sure that that question is marked off for answering, and I will send it to. Oh, excuse me.
What was that?
Let's see.
Yes, you
I have a deep well to choose from here, and
You
I have to
do.
remember not to.
In the beginning,
ask
it's
you.
hard. There's a lot
Yeah.
of questions to pick from.
What's something that's eating you up inside that you want to ask?
Hold
Because
on.
like in the campaign.
Okay, this is one. Okay, this is one that I did just add like today.
Okay.
Quinlan.
Yes.
How much is Quinlan itching to get back to his monastery, if at all? Like,
Ooh.
I would personally like to know, so that I can maybe expedite the process of y'all getting to pedal.
Well, let me think back. I will say, he's chomping a little bit, but that's just because he's really protective of the other two monastery heads, his best friends, Bryn and Nebby. When he got the call from Bryn, it sounded like there was some issues, and he's best described as a German Shepherd. So defo German Shepherd mode activate, but like he knows they can't go back unless they're prepared and other people have things to do before we can go back. So while he wants to, he also kind of doesn't want to rush it.
All right. Well, there you go.
Rhys, now it's your turn to ask a question.
And then a ticket, I ask somebody else.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, pick any of the other players off of the talkback question list that you
You can
have,
ask
just
a
like a
group question if you're dying for it.
Yeah, you can also, if you ask a general question, everybody can, all the players, and if it's applicable, the DM can answer it, and then we will have a rollies to determine who gets the head of asking the next question, just like we did at the beginning. Brett, you didn't miss much. I said that of all the NPCs that I've introduced, I'd want to bring back a large golden dragon mommy, and Quinlan is not hurting to get back to their monastery, but and can make it wait, but is a little nervous about their friends.
Just because he's a little overprotective.
Yeah, of course.
You can always send a letter.
As the group, as the de facto emotional support leader of the group,
Yes,
should
Brett,
be.
you missed big golden dragon mommy.
Yes.
It happened before you came to the channel.
Fine, I'll watch your show. Yeah, there you go. That's all you have to say.
Okay.
Actually, that's a neat idea. For our
Sundial.
concept. Oh, there we go.
Ooh, okay, yes.
How does Sundial feel about their physically transformative journey so far?
Honestly, he's vibing. He's just happy that he didn't die, because he wanted to see a lot more of the world. And also, that was like, oh, I just died because of my stupidity. Great. He thought he was doing something, not like good for the party by disarming the traps. We didn't have a thief or rogue or anything like that. It's like, yeah, but I can do that.
Yeah.
Thanks to stealing the rogue's thieves' tools.
That was such a that moment still lives in my head as like, wow, like, yeah, this is
It was honestly just like perfect rolls to get all 3 attacks on the sorcerer And then but I the transformation thing was something that I had brought up to Dippy, I think very early on in creating the character. And it was something that I anticipated on happening eventually. I was still having fun with like Sundial as a trash character, and it was a bit of an adjustment getting used to the slime individual or the slime form, merely because I was just like, how am I playing this form now? How am I doing, like, what creative things I can do? And then I realized, oh, I can just Looney Tune this shit. Let's go.
Yeah.
And now it's just been an absolute blast. I do like the fact that now he has more of a human form, so like role playing, he can be taken a little bit more seriously if he wants to, instead of just being like, I'm just a tiny little
Just guy.
booger. I'm just a little booger, just fucking walking around being like, hey guys, how's it going? Now I look like a person. Granted, I probably look decently young, and like I didn't really take. Well, I don't see Sundial as like man or woman. It's very like, genderless, and so I tried going as genderless as I could with the human-like form, and then took bits from, or at least tried to take bits from everybody else and their characters, because Sundial would reference his or their friend in order to make like a form. So
Yeah.
There you go. There is a sub question to that if you'd like to answer that as well.
what is my favorite form so far? I think I see.
Yep.
Right.
Of all the forms that you've taken so far, which one is your favorite?
I do love the little slime boy one because it's fun. It's very cartoony, but I needed him to have a more human form, so I could feel, I don't know, like I'm being not particular, but there's certain things where I'm just like, why would my character be feel like he could be taken care like seriously if he's not looking like everybody else being serious as well. So yeah.
There
I'm
you
sorry
go.
for like in my head I am him, and it's hard to get out of that if I'm playing this character and putting myself into
No,
him.
you're
And I keep saying like him when it's them, they, them, but me as a male, I do not play it more as a male character, but I try and keep them as genderless as possible. So sorry.
You use the dad term a lot, so is it he, they?
Probably
is-
more like that, merely
Yeah.
because like there's the father figure, but in all honesty, plasmoids probably don't have two parents. They just have like an asexual fucking birthing process. So Sundial is probably father and
Mitosis.
parent. Mitosis. Yeah, that's the
That's
the word.
Symbiosis, and that's not right.
Symbiosis is close. So there
But
you go.
thank you. Yeah.
Good question.
Yes.
Do you need to check on your coughing child?
My wife is taking care of
Oh,
her.
okay,
She's
okay.
currently going to bed. I am terribly sorry.
No worries.
She's been fighting a little bit of a cold, but she's doing a lot
Aw.
better.
Oh,
So,
thoughts and prayers.
She has my empathy.
ooh, Allie. Does Allie have a favorite card in their tarot deck?
Yeah. So there's
And why
two.
is it the death card? Because you keep pulling it for Sundial.
Actually, not the death card. I have 8 different death cards in that deck though, so that's why it gets pulled so
Oh
often.
wow.
Because they
Oh,
all have
great.
different meanings behind them. But
I'm gonna
Allie's
stop asking you.
favorite Allie's favorite traditional tarot card would be the Two of Pentacles, because it represents exchange, equivalent exchange, money, and like the balancing of scales, and that's like Allie's thing.
Hell yeah.
Interesting.
But non-traditional would be their Four of Keys, which represents like options. Like all the keys fit the door. There's only one lock in the door. You have to choose which key you use. So they really vibe with that, like having options and choices.
I love that.
But then I think the follow-up to that one was the deck
yeah,
of
there
many
is
things.
a sub question for that as well. Do you have a favorite card from the deck of many things?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't see the sub question, but yeah.
So the whole reason Ellie is seeking out the deck of many things is for one specific card, and it's the Fates card. Which, if you don't know the Fates card, it is the I think it's the Ace of something. Let's see. It's the Ace of Hearts.
See if I can pull it up.
It is basically being able to erase or avoid a circumstance in the past.
Ooh.
You can, like, basically stop something from having happened.
Oh wow.
And Allie has been seeking that card. That's the whole reason they learned about when they learned about the deck of many things. That's the card they've been looking for. They don't know if it's in their deck or not. They haven't looked, but that is their favorite card.
Looking would require pulling the cards and hoping that you don't suffer an even worse fate in the process of
Well,
looking.
Based on the verbiage of the deck of many things, you can actually pull the entire deck out of the box and look through it. It is only whenever you declare the intention to pull a card.
Yeah.
Read it.
Well,
Yeah,
I will
that's how you
take
interpret
another
the
look at
text.
that,
Yeah.
absolutely, because if that is true, then I would say you would be able to look at your deck. Hold on.
Yeah.
Deck
But
of
Allie
many
hasn't even
things.
thought to do that yet.
It's like magically
Fates.
shuffled. Like you can't rig
Yeah.
the deck.
Reality's fabric unravels and spins anew, allowing you to avoid or erase one event as if it never happened. You can use this card's magic as soon as you draw the card and or at any other time before you die. Wow.
Oh, so you can just hold on to it.
You really can just hold on to that card. Okay. In a box or pouch. Before you draw a card, you must declare how many cards you intend to draw and then draw them randomly. Any cards drawn in excess of this number have no effect. So you have to declare that you are at least drawing one. And then after you draw one, you can draw all of them and look at them.
Wait, what if you declare you're drawing 0?
Yeah. You're declaring how many you're going to draw. If you're declaring that you're drawing 0, then you can pull them out and look at them. I've done this a couple times. I killed my a party once with a deck of many things because of shenanigans. So, like...
Shenanigans. So you can't say I'm pulling out the entire deck. You have to say I'm drawing 0 cards. And then observe the deck. Got it. Because if you say I'm pulling out the entire deck, that means you're drawing
You have to
every
pull
single
each card,
fucking
yeah.
card.
Yeah.
It also, in the letter of the book, it says that once a card is drawn, it fades from existence.
Yeah.
But
Yeah,
we did recently roll on whether that was true or not and got an opposite effect. So, yeah, Allie, as soon as we're back in session, if that's something that you want to do, I would be more than happy to allow you to do it. And then you would
Allie
be
has
just,
not
like,
considered it yet. But
spill
maybe.
the deck on the ground. Just like, oops, there's all the cards on the floor.
I mean, it's in a magical box.
Oh,
I think.
no.
I think
yeah,
like
the
that
magical
is
box.
pretty
The box that it's in would mean that it would be nigh upon impossible to accidentally spill the
You
cards.
open the box and you go, I declare to draw, and then sneeze really hard.
I
That is
would
a
be
sneeze
evil.
amount.
No, I will go ahead and quash that now. I would be evil and say that every card that spills out of the box takes effect all at once. Like,
wild.
yeah. It's meant for the box, never to be opened. Yeah, exactly.
That's whenever you get into Magic the Gathering blue counter stats.
Oh, Lord. Well, Allie, your turn to ask.
Yes, I have to pick
you'd
another
like.
person.
Yeah.
Or you can ask in general if you're not feeling a specific call out right now.
Zog.
Yeah.
Aside from Sundial, who would Zog choose to be his first mate and why?
Okay, right off the back, Sundial is my best friend. He is not a first mate. He is my best friend.
Thank you.
You just got that because that's what Dono said when he got here.
That was I had it locked and loaded. That was
We're on the same
Quinlan,
fucking page, okay?
Actually, Quinlan I would want as a first mate due to like
Yes.
man, I can make a reason for everybody. This is what sucks. Is cuz like if this is the boat I have now, like the Toad Skipper is my penultimate. This is the only boat I ever have. Quinlan feels like a great first mate. Like I get along with him great. He relaxes me. We'll probably bone at some point. So Quinlan's a great first mate.
Is that a
If I get
criteria or a bonus?
a bonus. It is not a criteria.
That's a major bonus.
It's a major bonus. Sorry, I apologize.
No, you
So
don't. Okay.
that being said, I have told Dippy many times that there is a real reality that Zog goes full pirate, and if I had like a whole pirates crew and whatnot, Maverin's my first mate. I am dragging him out of hell to be my first mate for a pirate crew. But on the flip side of things, what if he becomes like a cruise ship director? I need somebody to take care of my finances, and Allie is going to scold me the entire time. So I would say, and then Lux is the entertainment of the cruise ship, and Chaos is there.
Burk.
You know, Burk is not meant for the ocean. I'm slowly discovering they're fine with it, but it's. So yeah, for the Toad Skipper, Quinlan's my first mate for sure.
There you go.
I am not insulted by the fact that I am not the first mate. Sundial is not mad at that.
We all kind of had a feeling you would not be mad to be passed over as first mate.
Like, listen, I should not be put in any kind of form of leadership. I will do it without anybody's permission, but I am not.
Don't expect it. Once you start expecting it, you're just like, it's like command avoidance.
Yeah.
There you go.
Make me first mate. I will tell everyone to just do whatever the fuck they want.
Maverin, well, you got a mouthful of pizza. You got your ring. What's next? What's the next? What's the next? Up the ladder, the hell business plan.
So, Maverin's virtue name is Ambition. I want everybody to know that. If you if you didn't watch, spoiler, virtue name is Ambition. Okay.
If you want to see Maverin's misadventures, check out the Hell Saga, also known as episodes, I think, 43 through 50 on the YouTube channel. I will double
so,
check
like
that.
any true denizen of the Abyss and the Hells, what is it? Hells?
The Nine Hells, yeah.
Oh, the Nine Hells. Maverin's looking for the next way to get even more power than he's already got. Whether that's either establishing a foothold in the material plane or somehow becoming like the right hand of Dis or an archdevil himself. He's still kind of working on that. So I guess whatever it seems the most easily attainable route in the moment would he definitely jump on. I mean, he's pure driven ambition, so like whatever is gonna be the easiest way to get him more power, and that's just a path that'll just keep going.
Interesting. I'll just have you roll a d20 every so often to see how that's going.
Yeah. So yeah,
Very good, very good. We're kind of rocking and rolling here, guys. This is going great so far.
All right. What's this song? What's this music in the background?
This is a track from Tabletop Audio, from a subset of tracks that they made for, I think it's a system or a world called Distilled. Not entirely
so I
sure.
got a question. Allie,
Yes.
how does Allie really feel about Maverick?
So, if you were just watching my reaction when you mentioned that the what is it called? The name is Ambition.
Yeah.
Ambition.
I'm gonna try not to answer one of the everybody questions here, but Allie is infatuated with the confidence and the level of I'm gonna do this thing because that's what I want to do that Maverick has. And I would say that Allie is very has a big crush on the confidence and ambition that Maverick showed, and also the soft side when Maverick took care of them when they got sick. So I think is a relationship that Allie would like to explore, but also Maverick's in hell. So and also it's like, wow, a demon that didn't kill me. That's kind of hot,
We're gonna completely ignore the fact that he's just physically hot.
Yeah, no, yeah. Well, I mean, that's a
Cats.
bonus because Allie's a cat, so that's also a bonus. But I think I really feels infatuated and would like to get to know Maverick more. Didn't like Maverick when they first met, though.
There you go.
I guess
And-
oh, yep.
Oh, I was gonna say, Allie can just summon Maverick at any time too. Like,
They've been thinking about that card. They've
Hmm.
got it. They pulled it out a few times. Group question then, because this triggers into there. What attribute does your character admire the most in others, and do they have it?
Ooh.
All right. So, in whatever order you please.
I can just go because I
Yeah,
was
go for it,
answering
yeah.
that. Ambition. Allie admires ambition, and they do not have it.
Hmm.
They're finding it.
Does anyone else in the party really have as strong of an ambition as Maverick? I wonder.
I think Zog does. I think Zog's pretty up there too.
Yeah. Especially for the Umberly tasks.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Zog absolutely loves like I don't know what would be a good word, free spiritedness, like ambition without a goal, if that makes sense. I'm gonna do this
Spontaneity?
thing. Yeah, of like I like being on the water because I can do what the fuck I want when I want. And I think Zog has that absolutely. He looks for it in other people and he wholeheartedly follows it. And on that note, I have a child moment, so we'll be right back. Somebody else.
Already? Very interesting answer to that, indeed. Yeah.
All right. I don't. Oh, Sundial. Like honestly, Sundial just like if you. Oh no, you're gonna hear my child.
Oh, boy.
Oh god, she's throwing a
Ed.
fit because she wants cuddles. Somebody else answer
She's
for a
listing
second.
Yeah,
their
we've got a couple of
You-
children.
you
We got a
better
couple
go
of
give
children
that
still
girl
up and
cuddles.
about. Yeah, we got a couple of children still up and about. No worries here. We'll prosper.
well, I think Maverick's is kind of self-explanatory.
Yeah.
I guess. Well, aside from ambition,
Yeah.
we'll throw that one off to the side.
Yeah. Other than the fact that it's your literal virtue name, what's another attribute that you?
Maverick really respects cleverness. Because again, denizen of hell. You can follow the letter of the law, and you can work the law, be clever, and work the law to your favor, right?
Yeah.
And so, from Maverick's time in the party, he feels like really likes Allie and Quinlan. He feels like those are the two that like showed them that a lot. And I say Maverick would have cleverness too. I mean, he's the one who came up with the idea, the plan to get the rings, and he'll do whatever it takes. So,
For Quinlan.
As of this moment right now,
Honestly-
Brett. As of this moment right now, Brett, the party is level 10.
Yes. It is honesty and intuition that he really goes for. And it's funny that you said that, Eric Taylor, because the cleverness that Quinlan has displayed is mostly led by his intuition. He's just like, but he does allow his paranoia to take over a lot, which is something he's working on because he doesn't trust anybody. So yeah, he has those traits and attributes. Just has a little bit more of a dumbass streak than he'd like to admit.
Well, there you go. I think if I were to have an answer to this question, it would be curiosity. Like, as a world builder DM, I love when characters that I'm DMing for are asking questions about their surroundings, about the people they're interacting with, about the world, and especially just about the world in general, like wondering aloud about their surroundings or wondering aloud about like the world in general. Because I have a spreadsheet describing the entire world that I have shown to every player in this party some multiple times. And I would say that some of you have like innate curiosity, like Allie and Sundial, and others are very content with the answers that they have received about the world so far and not much else.
Like I didn't even bother going back and watching past episodes. It was like,
Yeah.
Maverick's not gonna know any of this shit. Why do I need to know?
Well, yeah, you were an exception to the rule because you are a denizen of hell. Like, you don't
Yeah.
necessarily need to know like the world that like the outside world to be a denizen of hell. Like, that's fine. Zog, I was just saying that and a quality that I as a DM admire in players is curiosity. And yeah, that's that would definitely be my answer to that question. Sundial, you're the last one. An attribute that you admire in other characters, and do you have it yourself?
I like it when characters just don't give a fuck and just does what they want to do. And Sundial, or actually, no, honestly, he likes the like, I guess it's kind of like that, but it's more of like a childlike wonder and shit. That's why he vibes with Willow so much. Is because he just sees that Willow is just like, let's fucking go, dude. Dead bodies, let's play with that shit. Let's go. You know, you can talk to animals? Fuck yeah. That's really cool.
There you go. All right. Well, now let's do a little roll, see who gets the head of the next question.
All right. Emily, come roll these dice.
Oh my god.
You got a
Fucking 2.
7.
I got a
Roll
3.
the dice.
7.
I got a
12.
9. 12.
That's one of these two. Which one of those two do you want to roll?
Okay,
I
Emmy
got
is gonna
chocolate.
roll, and Emmy is gonna get higher than all of us.
Probably.
That's how it do go.
I got what's that number? What's that number? Huh? You want to try again? Because you think that's a little too low? Okay. Heard that.
Wait, I got it.
Wait. Stop. Don't.
It
Inspiration.
got even worse.
Emmy.
Okay.
All right, I've gifted Emmy inspiration.
Okay, you've been given
Aw.
inspiration from the chat.
What did... What?
What did Emmy get?
All right, 17.
There we go.
Great.
Okay.
Wonderful.
Okay.
There might have been a few more inspiration rolls there than normal. You love it though.
We try
is
and
that-
keep positive in this house.
Is that Donald then?
Oh, Deadly. That question was one that I added to the sheet. Yeah.
Oh, is it? I figured we talk about it in episode. Like, we literally just talked about it last episode.
Yeah. Sundial, you do have the floor. You can ask whatever you
Okay.
like.
Is Zog aware
Yeah.
of Kimberly's alignment intentions for him? Side question or sub question: if he is, what is his plan for the future?
All right. This is like
As a preface,
yes,
Umberly in the Forgotten Realms is a chaotic evil god.
yes.
You may continue.
And Zog is fully aware that she is known to be chaotic evil. That's why he was like, I'm going to worship this woman. I do not want her wrath, like while I am on my boat. He
That
totally
So keep your
Is
enemies
n-
closer.
That is not what I anticipated
Can I-
the justification to be.
I want to say something cool about that little like quote or whatever, like keep your friends close and your enemies closer.
Mhm.
Technically, if your friends are close and your enemies closer, they're fucking flanked.
Exactly.
That's,
That
I
is
like that. I like that a lot.
Fantastic.
That should be on a t-shirt.
That is absolutely
yeah.
it.
I always
Write
thought
that down, write that down.
self-explanatory.
It very much started out of like I might like the same. How do you word this? The same way, like if you're gonna go camping and you don't bring a tent, that in my brain that's like you're disrespecting nature. Like you don't like you're underestimating how brutal nature can be. So like it started as like a purely like precautional measure of like, hey, she probably won't sink the ship of somebody that's praying to her. He didn't know how little she was worshipped and how it was going to catch her attention. So and now very much he's like thinks it's more of like a misconception now, and it very well probably isn't, but he is under the impression she's not chaotic evil. She's actually a very sweet god that has her issues.
Okay.
So
I love that,
That
most
is
of the gods
doubt.
that we've met are fucking evil as hell.
yeah,
Doubt.
and then there's
And we're
Lee,
down
who's just
cool-
kept me alive and kept like and made me powerful. Like yes,
And they're so
Um,
down, like we're so good with them.
his plan for the future, and
We the bad guys.
DM use this, weaponize this as much as you want, is to out. Say no to her. That's it. That's a flat out.
Oh God.
That's a flat out. The longer I can say yes, the longer I can be of service, the longer I get to drive around on my little fucking boat with my friends and do whatever the fuck I want. So yeah.
So you're a
That
service bot.
is an interesting
Fucking-
answer. Yeah. Yeah, service.
All right, group question. What kink is everybody? No.
Crimes, duh. I'm kidding.
What?
Slime girls.
Oh, there you go. Oh my
I'll let
God,
you-
that's a question that
anything with
I've
yarn.
been trying to
Take a
find the
wild
words for
stab at
sundown.
Maverins.
Oh
Wait,
my
what?
God. Oh no.
Yeah. Maverin's vanilla, and we all know it.
I mean, it's like Klingons finding cuddle puddles, inky.
I like to imagine that Maverin is vanilla, but can't fucking find somebody that isn't, for some reason, absolutely into like the darkest shit, and just be like, why the fuck do I always get these crazy ones?
I'll just lead this right into a group question.
All
and
right.
we'll figure it out from there.
Sure.
Okay.
Because talking about the boat and whatnot, Zog doesn't have a living will in the slightest. He doesn't do that kind of paperwork. So if he were to croak dead right now, who's taking over the boat?
This is a really interesting one because I don't know if everyone is just going to say, oh, themselves. Like, if everyone is just going to be like, oh, of course
Sell
I...
it, right?
What's water?
What's water?
Valid.
That is an
Yeah.
interesting point. Like, Maverin, you still haven't even been to the surface. Like, the rivers
No.
in hell are blood and lava. Like, you...
Yeah, that's like blood, lava, fire, brimstone. Well,
Yeah.
What's a river?
Yeah.
Water?
Allie's only surrounded by this water because their friends are here. They don't want the
They don't
boat.
want the boat.
So who would take over the boat in Allie's opinion?
Thank you.
In my opinion,
Yeah, that's the premise here, yeah.
I think that Sundial would take it over not because Sundial wants to be in charge of it, but to honor Zog.
Honestly, I'd probably bring it into the land that I have and just make it into like a house or like a history piece of something.
Oh.
Put my
Oh, no.
fucking boat on land?
Oh.
You're gonna get haunted.
Honoring the dead.
I mean, that's probably what he wants. I mean, think about it.
True.
He just
Honor
wants Zog
you
to come
and
back,
like
and if he puts the boat on
wanting
land, then
Zog
I don't give
Zog
a shit
goes
if Dog's
back.
mad about it. I'm happy.
Yeah. Wow.
You show up and you're just like, fuck you. Why'd you put my boat on land? It's like, dude, what's up?
You will be cursed for the next 9 millennia. I get my best friend for another 9 millennia?
Yeah.
Literally.
Pretty much.
Oh my God. That is like such an unexpected. I would put it on land to piss off my friend enough so that he comes back as a ghost and haunts my ass, and I have my friend back. Like, that's so good.
And it is also such a sundial thing to do.
It
Oh,
would
yeah.
be 100%.
I don't know who. I think we would all probably end up talking it over and then going in on the boat together until we're like, we're done, and then just like leave it somewhere and forget where we parked.
Oh no.
That's fun.
I can't lie, I'm so heartbroken by this answer.
Wow.
Oh my god, I feel like I need better friends.
Ali
Zog.
said,
Zog
I
was
don't
very-
care.
yeah.
Ali said, I don't care. Sundial wants to put it on land. Reese would forget it somewhere. And Maverick doesn't know what a river is.
Allie feels an obligation to the
No, it
living,
could be
not to
like
the dead.
30 years from now.
Oh.
That's a hard ass quote. All right.
There you go.
Do we do another rollies? Do you want to just
Yeah,
somebody else
Quinlan had a
pick?
good point. Could be like
Alright.
30 years from now.
Yeah.
Ooh, 18.
9.
3.
At 20.
Honestly,
Ah.
Got
Nat
another
20.
7.
Why
Alright,
couldn't I
Quinlan.
get this during gameplay?
Yeah.
I get it.
three.
I get one more 7, I get the lottery.
Oh wait,
Let's
Emily
go.
gets a chance here. 7. Okay, they
There
even
you
roll
go.
better.
7
Than
to
me.
control.
All right, Reese, you're up.
Okay, go down normal.
Of course, we could have also gone directly into another group question if that was the vibe. But, Reese, you're up, so you can do whatever you'd like.
I mean, if there's another group question, go for it too.
We also have about 5 minutes or so before our first break.
One more question. 2 more.
Yeah, maybe one more question. We've been answering questions pretty
Here's
quick.
a question. Simply, this is for Dippy. Simply
Okay.
because, like, you know, I did put in quite a few of my own. Are you annoyed we all put in that work and immediately stopped talking about the fantasy, like, Home Depot?
Oh yeah, that.
If anything, I was shocked at the amount of talk there was about, all right, we have like a giant inspiration point goal to get to, and if we get there, then we get fantasy, like we get Gnome Depot and like Moon Dollars and all these parodies of like modern chains. I will say that part of that falls to me for not implementing more things from that list, more chain stuff. But the fact that y'all have forgotten about it has helped me forget.
100%.
Like the
Yes.
fact that y'all
I
have
haven't
not.
forgotten about it. It's just right there in the back of my pocket. I'm like, you know
Waiting
what?
for the right
You know
setup.
what could really work for this situation?
Yeah.
Home Depot. Let's go get
Yeah,
our
I was
shit.
about to say, like, there's also a part of me that's like, oh, y'all haven't forgotten. You're just waiting
What
to
about
like
Dollar Paladin?
instead of Dollar General, Dollar Paladin. That's really good.
I'm waiting for us to
Our
prepare for the
Admiral.
Mountaineer. I'm sorry, go ahead.
Preparing for the
Whiz
mountain expedition. Yeah,
And I
you'll
was like,
stop
we're
at a
gonna go
chain
to-
or two. Yeah.
We're gonna go to Rei instead of REI. We're gonna go to Rei to get our Mountaineer stuff.
Sorry.
Our REI is a co-op,
Yes.
basically like like athletic hobby store.
Oh,
And, like
sure.
We can
sporting
go to
goods.
Wismart for
And it's
anything.
got like
Whisper.
climbing stuff
that a
and like
Walmart
lots
or
of rock
Wismart?
climbing things.
Dude, have you been to the camping section in Wismart? They have like potions there for like $2. Like
Yeah, but I prefer Trash Mountain.
Trash man.
Tangier Mountain?
Not near us.
what is it? What is it
On the
called?
other end.
Tangiers?
Oh, I have heard of
Sounds
Tangiers. Yeah.
familiar, but I've never been there.
Yeah. That's
Have you
the
guys
ones
been to
that
Owlin? They
okay.
got really good wings.
There are
They
some
didn't stay
chains.
open over here for me.
There are some chains that like are going to be brought up because we live in different regions of the country. Like all of us live in different regions of the country, except three of
Yeah.
us, except 3 of the people currently in the call live in the same region of the country. And like, like I'm gonna bring up like a cookout one day, and y'all are gonna be like, "What's a cookout?" And it's just like, "Oh, you guys are." You guys are nutso. But yeah, no, short answer, it makes me want to put in another like long-term inspiration goal so that you guys are more engaged with paying inspiration for stuff. But I don't know what that long-term inspiration goal would be. Like
We have to make it. Like,
a small
us as the
part-
player has
yeah.
to make it because we did them.
Yeah, y'all did do the Gnome Depot one. Like y'all would have to like posit
All right, what
another
do I add,
long-term
guys?
inspiration goal. There was a small part of me that was just like, all right, if everyone in the party and in the Twitch chat collectively saves up 1,000 inspiration, then one player gets one wish. Like, that's something I've genuinely thought about. But then I was like, no, they would never spend their inspiration on anything ever again if I ever implemented that. Like, they would just be grinding towards
How
that
much
wish.
inspiration to make Maverick a full-time player?
That's the question. Wait. Can we get an answer to
Long-term
that?
inspiration goal. We get 50 inspiration, just like the
I
Gnome
got
Depot
10.
list.
I got 10 already.
Oh my
Stealthy,
God.
I could feel that eye roll from across the
Yeah.
We're up to 23. We're almost halfway there.
Oh my God.
We got it. We got it.
That's okay. First of all, I will quash this now. Maverick would have to do some de-leveling if they became a full-time player.
That's when I pull them through with the shore card, it's not powerful enough to bring all their stats with them. So they show up like debuffed.
Holy shit. The fact we're already thinking about this is
I've been thinking about
nuts.
this the whole time.
That is unbelievable. Wow. All
I
right.
got
Well,
that short card in my pocket when we get in a big fight.
that's incredible. All right. So we are very close to a break, but I haven't gotten the notification yet. And normally if I do it before the notification, then it'll automatically run 2 back-to-back because I did it too early. So I'm going to wait for this notification, but I have to go to the bathroom so bad.
Okay.
I will ask of Quinlan, are you satisfied with your current knowledge level of the special coin that you have? And if not, like, explain why. And I will be right back.
500-word essay on this coin.
Okay, so this coin, I swear, there's just been something about it. From
I mean, it was
beginning.
gaslighting
It's just
you.
like it does feel a little gaslighty. That like it's gonna be this big thing, and it literally turned out to be like kind of a nothing burger of like, oh yeah, if you TPK, you all have like a save point thanks to this coin. That kind of that answered the question, so he's just like whatever, and mostly forgotten about it. If I'm being completely honest, like it's still in his robe somewhere. You just like
One of those items that you have, but you never really remember that you have it until the right moment.
yeah, and he keeps thinking like maybe I should let everybody know, but then like, oh, we have Willow and Allie and Sundial who are all hyper impulsive with the
Yes.
dumb thing that would just encourage
was.
them.
It
So
was.
I don't know who the hell.
I'm not gonna lie, that's so smart. Sundial would be like, "Why does it fucking matter? We're just gonna come back anyway."
Yeah.
Oh my God! Wait. All right? So the coin brings us back to a location, right?
Mm-hmm.
If Maverick killed us all, would we just be out of hell and okay?
Yeah.
Oh, so we were never in any danger.
We were never in any danger.
No, but if we had TPK'd and come back, Dippy let me know that we would lose our level up.
Okay.
So I really didn't want us to lose the level up.
Yeah.
And I don't really think going through hell again is really the call. You know?
I mean, we could just
I-
avoid that whole situation if we had to go, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
if y'all had TPK'd in hell, you would have still been in hell. Like,
Oh.
yeah. The way that like kind of the way that the coin kind of operates with its saves is that it's just a moment that I like, you know, feel is thematically relevant. Like you will wake up in a place like, you know, normally it's, I think the letter of the coin that I found it in was, oh, you just go to the last point that you woke up. So like y'all would have still been in hell, or
how
yeah.
crazy would that have been? Mavrin TPKs us, and then we wake up in that sketchy ass apartment.
Hmm.
And they're just there. We're just like,
Can we do a what if one shot?
Yo. Yeah, I mean, if Stealthy is itching to see what would have happened if they actually had to fight the party, we absolutely can. So
I'm down for that.
So, with that, we're going to go to a short break, so don't go anywhere. We will be right back after this. Whoop, whoop, whoop.
After these messages.
So it's Rhys's turn again. So
It is
you have
Rhys.
pick one. So take this time.
Get ready.
Be ready.
You fucking
I'm
ready?
always ready.
I love when you got that coin so much because it was like, and I was like, hey, can you do like a card reading about this coin? And instantly it's just like, Sundell just blurts out, so you're being gaslit. It's just like,
It's
what?
just a coin.
It's like you're gaslighting yourself. It's just a fucking coin, dude.
It's just a coin. The tarot cards say it's just a coin. You're reading into it too much. Can I have permission to move Burk and Willow's questions out of the main pool and down to the bottom? Out of the way? Okay. I'm just gonna literally throw them at the bottom.
Throw them to
Here, I
the
got
bottom.
cards.
So, Mirthy, you are anonymous narwhal. To
Am
me.
I?
Yes.
Oh, okay. All right. I'm gonna start typing. You tell me what I am. I am next to the DM. What am I?
Anonymous Rhino.
Rhino.
Yeah.
Oh, it's the same for everybody. I did not
Who's the
expect that.
capybara?
I want to know who the capybara is.
I am gonna go put myself right next to the dog.
You're
Who's
the
on
duck.
Mavrin right now?
I'm the duck.
Okay.
Oh, no,
I'm
Mavrin's the capybara.
Sweet.
What am I? I'm right on top of Zog. I'm just doing space.
You're the duck.
You're a duck.
I'm the duck. Quack quack.
I'm down
motherfucker.
at the bottom.
Oh wait, shit.
I think you're a
That's
raccoon.
where I would
Raccoon.
imagine.
Raccoon.
You're a raccoon.
Trash panda.
I'm
Yeah.
Trash Panda. Which kind of makes sense because my cat is the king of the raccoons around. Well,
Mm-hmm.
the mafia down
So-
raccoons.
I
So,
need you guys to record incorrect quotes sometime because that'd be freaking hilarious. I'm here for it.
Who just put it on the Comic Sans?
Fans. Not sand. There's no D in it.
I didn't. I said Comic Sans.
Oh, I thought you said sands with a D.
No, it's fine. Actually, it's good for dyslexic people.
Actually,
Yeah,
Arial is the
Charging
best
battery.
font for Umberly.
It is. It is my go-to font. I use Courier for everything.
Arial font is the superior font. It's good for dyslexia, and it's a sans serif, which are supreme.
My favorite font is Wingdings.
Ad should end in like 5 seconds.
Mine's over. But yeah.
I don't have them because I'm a sub.
Me too. I'm in mod view. It tells me no.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the In-quyzz-ition Talkback. Can the stream hear me? Is the question because
Oh, can you
it
hear
doesn't say that I am coming through on stream.
Yeah, they can hear you. Yeah.
Yeah, you are. I can hear
You can
Yeah.
hear me on stream. Okay.
Yes.
I have no idea why my Streamlabs is not broadcasting my levels then. That's weird. So, we return to Rhys having the opportunity to ask another question.
Another one.
all right.
Another.
I'm gonna throw this one to Allie. Does Allie feel an obligation to anyone on the crew? Why or why not?
Yes, but Allie feels an obligation to Zog because of the warm welcome and the lack of like give and take expectation. To Sundial because although Sundial's older than Allie, it reminds them of their younger siblings with the impulsivity. And
You're
to
welcome.
Quinlan due to recent emotional support that he did. However, Allie will always prioritize their own life and safety every time. So yes, but it depends on the circumstance.
But we're never gonna use the coin because Allie's just gonna be like, all right, Mitch is out. And just
I
won't
mean,
work.
maybe not. They're going through a developmental stage right now. But if you remember
Yeah.
from like one of the first fights we were in, Allie tried to ditch y'all and run across the
Yes.
bridge. Like Allie was out of there. So
It was beautiful.
yeah.
Kind of respectable, response to the situation.
You didn't know us.
They ain't gonna die for a stranger. They might not even die for friends. They're not sure yet.
They'll figure it out.
Sundial.
Yes. Oh yeah.
What are you doing with that plot of land? What's your plan, Stan? We still haven't had that
Actually-
conversation in character, I don't think.
No, but I've had it with the DM.
Yeah.
Which I don't know why we haven't gone and done that whole thing, but I guess I could just say it. I mean, eventually we'd end up talking about it in actual stream. He plans on like, I think he's gonna make like, the idea is basically he's either gonna make a tavern or hotel type thing, and like have the land be for like residents and like maybe a few things. But essentially, he wants to have your mom run the tavern.
Okay.
Because if she can handle all these fucking kids and these men and everything like that, she can fucking handle a tavern that's on the road and or like tavern / hotel in whatever. And then like he's gonna put his own house on there and whatever else. But now that like when he met your mom, he was just like, you know what? That's not a bad idea, and it helped them out. And I don't really have to pay them because they just end up helping with the whole thing. It's just we're still between me and Dippy trying to figure out who the person that's gonna help him make it is.
Who knows? Maybe
I got two options, and I'm debating on both of them.
maybe one of the baby daddies is a carpenter or some shit.
Yeah, that might be. I can start doing interviews.
Start doing interviews.
Wild.
Yeah, that was.
Oh shit! It's my turn.
Yes, it is your turn. Indeed.
Okay. Stop pulling on me. Maverick. Did Maverick's time with surface dwellers change their opinion on their tactics?
I
No.
mean,
Beautiful.
what better answer to a question than one word?
No. I guess yes. Okay. Well, I guess kind of yes. He's learned how to manipulate people's sensibilities of right and wrong in order to get what he wants. So mildly yes, but in fact of like his actual job in hell, no.
I was about to say, yeah, their opinion has changed because now they know how to do their job better. Like, fantastic.
But yes. Yeah, but no, that's the simple question is no, but I guess more complicated is yes, he just learned how to do his job better, so.
There you go. All right. Nice, simple, quick one there. Hit it.
I'm just gonna throw us right back into a group question.
All right.
Yeah.
Let's go.
What happened to the question about the songs?
All I did was remove the word pop. It's
Okay,
still
yeah,
number 3. Yeah.
that's fine. Yeah, what song best describes your character by title?
This did originally say what pop song, but because I was trying to narrow it down to like things that like a common stream audience
Apparently,
would
none
know.
of us actually listen to them.
Yeah, none of us actually just straight up listen to pop music. So like, like especially not modern pop music.
Yeah.
22 by Taylor Swift. I'm kidding.
Fuck yeah.
I'm kidding. No.
That's pretty great. By the title alone, what song
Yes.
best describes your character?
I mean, I got Zog ready to go. We were talking about this pre-stream, so I wrote down my answers.
Mm-hmm.
And I have three. I have three answers.
Wow.
I have Zog normal Zog.
Mm-hmm.
Stupid heavy metal broken-hearted loser punk by Dinosaur Jr.
What? I'm
Yes.
Stupid heavy metal broken-hearted loser punk
Yes. Just yes.
by Dinosaur Jr. Great
Wow.
song.
I thought that was a whole ass genre. It's just the name of a song. Jesus.
Yes.
It could be a genre, but you know.
I mean, it absolutely is a genre. Don't get me wrong.
Zog, while dealing with or working with Umberly, Hell's Coming With Me by Poor Man's Poison.
Yeah.
100%. Yeah.
And I did the boat just for shits and giggles. Paint the Town Green by the Script. I figured he's an orc and he's just going around.
That's
Paint the Town Green.
that's pretty great. There you go.
For me, it's the only song that I can think of. I'm Blue by Elifi 65. And it's funny because he's
But you're
actually
green.
Yeah, because if I'm green, I would die because you know I'm a dumb little idiot. And no, it's funny because I do point out that Sundial does have one of the highest intelligence stats in this entire party and does the dumbest shit. Because he's just like, let's find out what happens next.
Mhm.
Yeah,
See,
'cause-
that's the difference between intelligence and wisdom.
Yeah, learn by
I
doing.
and me and like I pointed out, me or Sundial and Alley have the same wisdom score and rely on that when
Yeah.
fucking around. Oh wait, I get to ask a question.
No.
Wait, we're not done
This is
yet.
a group
It's
question.
Group question.
Oh, this is a group question. Sorry, I am.
I have two
Mm.
that I
Yes.
couldn't choose between for Quinlan. Go
I'm
the
blue as well?
distance from Hercules.
Oh my god.
What is it?
Go
God.
the distance.
Oh, go the. That's really good.
Or,
My favorite Disney song ever written.
Wow.
or a little bit happy by Talk.
Hmm.
Could Tiptoe Through the Tulips also be a third?
Only when he's in pure murder mode.
Allie's would be Life Was Easier When I Only Cared About Me by Bad Sons.
Oh god.
Or Caught in the Middle by Paramore. We're kind of in between the two of them right now.
Maverins is the Good, the Bad, and the Dirty by Panic at the Disco. So
Hmm.
What was Allie's second? Sorry.
Caught in the Middle by Paramore.
Mm.
There you
The Good,
go.
the Bad, and the Dirty is so spot on.
Mm-hmm.
I personally didn't think of one for myself because I've been like a lot of NPCs and just.
What's the theme
What
for
describes the
Inquisition?
world?
Yeah,
Oh
what's an
god, the
Inquisition
theme song
theme?
for Inquisition. Oh wow.
Yeah.
I'm the trash man, and then like dub.
That's our
Oh, that's why we
Anyway,
had it
started
as an emo.
blasting.
Oh my
Yeah.
god. I could not figure
Because
out.
it was because
Yeah.
Sundial was the trash man, and then he died and came back as the slime guy.
Yeah.
You could do a get slime.
Why was the first one that I thought of Teenage Dirtbag?
Actually,
I'm just
though.
a teen. That actually, yeah. That's not a bad one.
It's not a bad idea. Yeah, no. It's really hard to Everybody wants to rule the world.
My little theme song in my brain is it's the end of the world.
It's the
Of, like,
end.
this is, like,
REM,
what
yeah,
happened
yeah,
after
yeah,
that song.
absolutely,
Like-
yeah. It's the end of the world as we know it. Yeah, I actually really do love that song too. Yeah, It's the end of the world. It would be the best answer for the campaign as a whole, just because like this is the aftermath of it's the end of the world, and like this is like the giant like montage of everybody doing whatever they want like afterwards, and then it calming down is what the campaign turns into. Like, yeah. So that's pretty good. Just as a secondary, like continuing on with group questions, so that we don't necessarily have to roll these right away. I personally added this, since we're talking about the world, are there any previously described locations or realms that you're excited to get to / return to? So like, there are places that I have like personally described in campaign, 2 characters or 4 characters, like, you know, you know, and places from your session zeros or your, you know, wherever you, your first session where I like gave you your backstory details, right? And if you haven't been there yet, is there a place that you want to get to? And if you've already been there, what would be a place you're itching to go back to?
Allie wants to go to Petal. Desperately.
Simple as that, yeah.
You had mentioned the floating islands.
Yes.
And one of them having like a particular monastery, and that has piqued Quinlan's interest. And also maybe going back to the temple that had the statue of Talos to be like, yo, dude.
So
I, for Sundial, want to go to the 1,000 Puddles or whatever the heck it is. The land.
We
of
were
a
just
thousand-
there.
Back to the land of 1,000 puddles, yeah.
Yeah, oh wait, is that where the asteroid hit?
Yes.
Okay.
So basically,
Where was it that Sundial came out of?
you came out of the land of 1,000 puddles, but you came out of it in a slightly different spot than where you guys observed it in campaign. Like yeah, there are total there are different areas of the land of 1,000 puddles you can absolutely explore.
Wait, did we just go to it in the last 2 sessions that I wasn't here?
No.
No.
Oh, okay. What's that?
No, that's where we got like the big feller.
I
was gone.
Oh yeah, my God.
I stayed on the boat.
Completely
Y'all
blanked.
dove down into
That,
one of
like-
the deepest craters in the puddles.
I,
had
as a
an
player,
episode or
completely
two down
blanked
there.
that is where Sundial came from, and so he would have reacted differently in that situation.
There is a slightly, where you guys ended up in campaign is slightly different than where you came from as a player, as a character, Sundial. So like,
Okay.
it would be reminiscent but different. Like,
Okay. And chances are Sundial didn't know that was called the land of 1,000 puddles when he came in. And that was like a completely
exactly.
different.
yeah.
All right. Well, then I don't feel as bad anymore. Fuck off.
It's a good answer still, because going back to the land of 1,000
yeah.
puddles is still absolutely a great
he'd like to
thing.
visit back where he first like remembers waking up.
Yeah.
Zog is kind of just excited to get like the best.
Uh-oh. Oh, god damn it.
We go to, he's like, I know this on the map, and I like, yeah, like he knows how to get there and what going. So like, we need to go here. Where the fuck is that? Like, that's what Zog wants.
There you go. And whether it's relevant or not, Mavrin, you're muted. Oh, there you go. No, you're back. Yeah, sorry, that was weird.
Okay.
I have no idea.
So Mavrin, right at the end of Mavrin's little arc, we closed with kind of a cutscene where Mavrin has a conversation with Dis about how the party will need them, Mavrin and Dis, before the end. And so I think it's more of Mavrin's interested to see if they will actually call upon him to come to the material plane or not.
There you go. And in Allie's case, it's not a matter of if. When.
It's when.
Yes. Incredible. So there you go. Good stuff, good stuff. Let's go ahead and do another rollery-doo for another lead.
Rollies, baby.
Oh.
Okay, I think that means I have rolled
What
a
is
3.
happening?
I think I've rolled a 3, a 2, and a 1. I think that is what I have rolled with that die.
It's my
I'm gonna
guys.
start
It's my
rolling
turn
real
with the
dice.
natural 20. I got it.
There you
I'm gonna roll my
go.
real dice.
See, now you just call action.
Action.
13.
I got a 14.
Yeah, Zog, you got a
12.
natural 20, so
Alright.
you got the floor. Whatever you.
Dippy.
Ah.
You like introducing gods into this world. Is there one that you're excited for us to get? And of course, DM, you can say like yes, and I can't tell you who. But is there one you're excited for us to meet? And is there one that you want to introduce, but you don't think they'll fit?
Okay. I do have an answer for this. I did mention at the beginning of this.
I thought this was the question that you were talking about.
So, I have an answer that I am willing to share. But your characters do not have this information as a result of me answering this question.
Okay.
Have you ever wondered why nature hasn't reclaimed Quizz yet? Why, after all this
Yes.
time, there hasn't been plant growth or like mineralizer, or like why naturally occurring plants haven't grown? Sylvanas has abandoned Quizz. Sylvanas does not consider Quizz a part of their natural order of their realm anymore. And he is appreciative of the work that Petal is doing to try to revitalize it. So what Sylvanas is doing is like giving Petal their credence to regrow plants and life in the part of Quizz that they are now inhabiting. So that Sylvanas gives Petal the drive to take Quizz back to a place of like natural resplendent measure. Sylvanas is a patron god and technically like an overseer, like a supervisory god over Umberly. So there may or may not be a path that the party can take to ask Sylvanas why he hasn't revitalized Quizz outside of what Petal is doing for them. And if they ever get to that point, the primary actionable objective of the party can and probably will change. So that's the answer that I can give. And if the characters do not have that information, I'm happy to give that answer. The answer of what I'd love to introduce, but I'm pretty sure it wouldn't fit, is, oh god. There are so many good ones. I think the problem with Talona, the goddess of disease and poison, is that I have already established, Lyramite as being a retroactive, radioactive poison. Like, it
Yes.
mutates everything that it comes into contact with when it is active. If it is not active, you can hold it, you can interact with it, you can use it as currency. High value currency. But the very nature of Lyramite itself would mean that Talona would have a lot more say over like how much Lyramite is active versus not, or like praying to Talona would activate it, which I do not want there to be anyway for an inactive piece of Lyramite to become active outside of like literally using like it for nuclear power or something like that. You know what I mean? Yes.
Yeah.
So is Lyramite a godless thing?
Lyramite is a natural order element. Like it is, as far as anyone in this world would be aware, including your characters, Lyramite was a creation of a cosmic event that had no humanoid deity tied to it. Like it would be the order of another plane of existence to have sent the meteor hurtling at the planet that created the Solarum and the Lyramite. Now, in terms of Solarum, like the blue counterpoint to Lyramite, that is like the magical power that Zog's engine is made of, and like magic.
Didn't we just
is
get like a
drawn from
shit ton of that?
Solarum? No,
Yeah.
not in game. No,
Me and Quinlan got like a bunch when we went and dived down in the cave.
you found a cave full of Solarum, but that cave got imploded in on itself.
Yeah, I thought we grabbed some though, didn't we?
You may have grabbed a piece or two, but not like a lot.
We grabbed a couple of pieces
Yeah.
with full intention of coming back later.
Yeah.
And being paid her, but Zog was like, "No, we're not doing that," because Umberly said no.
That doesn't mean that me and Quinlan, you and I, can't go back and go fuck some shit up.
You're
Yeah.
not, and Zog even said that. He said, "I'm not taking the boat there. I did not
Okay.
that like I'm gonna be pissed at you guys for going, but
Yeah.
Hey, if we get like a month break, me and Quinlan are having a bro day.
Oh,
There you go.
absolutely.
And we're going treasure hunting, baby.
There you go.
Ocean
Absolutely.
Mommy told me I'm not allowed to go back to secret caves. So,
Ocean Mommy told me I'm not
Well,
allowed
that's
to
why
go
you
back
have a
to
couple
the
of brats
secret
on you
cave.
who don't like to
Yeah.
get photos from that bitch.
Oh my god.
So
I don't know how much Umberly would appreciate being called Ocean Mommy, but you know, that's neither here nor there.
She might be into it. She might be like, you know what?
Maybe.
Okay.
She's chaotic evil.
yeah, like
I mean, like we said earlier, she does seem to be down bad for Zog.
see, you guys have said this. I have never gotten that vibe from Umberly.
Yeah, you're blind to it. It is.
Dude.
How do I word it? It's the same vibe as like a sailor knowing a siren doesn't want to fuck him.
Everybody else
as the
thinks
DM,
that they do. But
as the DM, I will say, gods and mortals do not enter into like relations without there being a very expressly bad ending to those relationships for one party or the other.
Tell that to Zeus.
Exactly. Yeah,
Prime
Zeus-
example.
I mean,
Prime
look at
example.
all the bad endings.
So, with that, I guess it's my turn to ask a question.
What, Mirthy, are you eating ice cream right now?
It's banana pudding from Peach Cobbler.
Oh my god.
Wow.
My throat hurts, so I'm trying to eat something cold, but
That sounds-
dairy doesn't like me. So
Oh,
This is
I'm
a-
sorry, but that sounds amazing.
it's really good. I would share it, but I don't think it can cross the context of
Ah,
space and time.
no. I mean, all I have to do is just take an hour drive.
Zog.
Yeah.
It'd be worth
This is
it.
a real. I'm gonna throw one right back at you.
Okay.
And this is a really fun one because this is one I didn't even think about. Does it haunt Zog at night with the realization you gave Hell the ability to use firearms?
Hey, you know how pre-stream we talked about it's selfish to write your own questions? I wrote this question.
Yeah, that's a really good.
Yeah, 100%. Like 2 or 3 days after leaving Hell, or we're pretty much there right now.
Yeah.
So like the night that the zombie was on the boat, Zog laid in bed and like woke up in like stark sweat, being like, "Are demons about to come shoot me?" Like,
Yeah.
yeah, it didn't click in Zog's brain until leaving Hell how dangerous of an idea it was to be like, "Here's the schematics for my very powerful gun."
Yeah. That's why Dispater wanted that gun so badly.
Yeah.
Because if you didn't give him a schematic, he was about to tear that gun apart and make a schematic.
Yes.
Like-
It totally didn't like, and in all actuality, like me, Bradley, the entire time, that was one of the first times I've ever really sat with a conflict of my character would do this, and I know this is a terrible idea and it's gonna bite us in the ass one day. And like,
Oh,
Sometimes you
I
gotta
get to
play
introduce hell guns to,
Yeah,
to a late stage
We're-
of this game.
we're about to that we hit level 15 and this whole campaign's gonna turn into Doom. Like,
Yeah.
Internal firearms.
Sundial will just be a gun the entire time.
Oh my God.
In that situation.
Would that be putting us in a position where we would pick up Sundial and literally beat a motherfucker with another motherfucker?
Yeah.
Honestly, Sundial has an ability. There's a reason the urn is still around. It's because he can hop in that thing and cast Thunder Step when you guys throw him. I'm literally a bomb.
But on that very dark and serious question, Mavrin, how do you really feel about Avery? Or fuck, you're not.
Al.
He I love the smug look that I get back in return. Anyway,
Listening.
all right, I'm gonna stop doing Discord things. He is thoroughly intrigued by Allie. It was a little flustering to him towards the end of his interactions with Allie, of suddenly he's not wanting to take horrible advantage of all of these other people. Like that's a weird one for him.
Oh no, morality?
Not quite sure. Oh no, morality?
Oh no.
And he was just like, okay, if I have to save one, I'm gonna save the cat.
It's saving
so he's
cats.
kind of
They're the
showing
one
that
that's
he
saving
is-
cats.
Honestly, like if you could picture Mavrin right now, he's like in his like camp office, like thoroughly like, I don't know, probably like playing with Dagger or something, looking at paperwork, and occasionally has like a scrying orb where he can like occasionally check in on the party, like when the fuck is are they gonna pull the card? Like I'm really curious on like this.
They've just seen
Like-
Ella going through emotional turmoil then the whole time.
Yeah.
Is it like
And-
a moment of dread of just being like, when is they gonna pull this? Or is it like, why the fuck haven't you done this yet?
Yeah, it's more of the I can just kill the problem. I can kill the problem. That's Maverick's answer for everything, though.
Oh
so
my
like,
god.
you having an issue with your father? He won't exist anymore.
That's
Probably best Allie hasn't summoned because Allie would be like, oh, that's a solution, you know?
I was like, that's a solution. So yes, that's how I would
will
say Maverick
kill
probably
your father
returns
for you, so you
Allie's
don't have
crush,
to deal
but
with the
he-
emotional trauma of having him around.
Yeah,
Jesus
exactly.
Christ.
So I would
Maybe-
say Mavrin has a crush on Allie, but he doesn't have the emotional experience to understand the concept of what a crush is. Does that make sense? I was like,
What are these?
There you
man has
go.
grown up in hell. What do you expect from him?
There you go.
It's okay, Allie can fix him.
You can't fix him. You can't. He's a
Allie already
Everyone
has
is
started to.
salvageable.
Look at how
he is a slaver of hell.
Stop it.
He
can
believes in the
change.
concept
Everybody
of
can
people as
change.
property. No, you can't fix
Everyone
him.
can
No.
change.
Yes.
We can teach empathy.
That's actually a question I thought about writing down, but didn't want to for the sake of the stream. Does Maverick believe in the concept of empathy? No, probably not at this point. At least not right now. So Maverick, it is your turn.
So if Maverick
okay.
did join the campaign, it absolutely would turn into Doom because, you know,
Yeah.
Doom. Boom, 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 boom,
we'd
boom,
get a
boom,
sick background track though at that point.
Mm.
Yeah.
Like fucking
Quinlan.
Yes.
I'm gonna ask Brett's question here. Typically, monks are trying to find enlightenment on these travels. How far along do you think they are on that path?
I think he's on the opposite track of it right now.
Hey. We have made him dumber.
He's backtracking
His
right
path
now.
is
He's-
getting darker.
His path is, oh god. These idiots.
These idiots.
But no, in
No.
all seriousness, his enlightenment is tied into trying to figure out what about this world, like, it ties into his backstory, but he's on his way to finding that enlightenment he's been so after. We're trying to understand what his connection to Gios and In-quyzz really is, and why Talos sent the invitation via lightning strike that then got him abandoned in the Feywild by his family. So he's still got a ways to go. I would say about a third, at most a third of the way through his journey of self-discovery.
There you go.
Going to resist throwing one right back at Mavrin.
It depends. It's in 1/3.
But I am going to keep on the Brett question train
All right.
in a general.
Okay.
Why would your character be executed?
Tax fraud.
Stole something.
They thought Sundial wasn't a slime. So he did something in his human form, and they were just like, we could just cut his head off. And then that would just roll off, and my body would just be gone. I'd just be like, what's up, guys? Bye.
You head bounce out of the basket, roll up, hit somebody at the foot. They look down. You make eye contact. Sup?
Honestly, if I wanted to make an intimidation check, my head could roll off, and then it would touch their leg, and then I'd start climbing in their entire, like on their entire body.
Now that is
They'd be like, what the fuck?
Oh my god.
You know, that's just an idea for a heist.
Yeah. Honestly, let Sundial be the fall guy. He ain't gonna die.
Y'all pick an NPC, and I will tell you how what reason they would have to be executed.
Dog's ex fiance. You know where I'm going with
Samori?
this? Yeah. What's her dark secret? Tell me.
Why would she be executed? She wouldn't. Can I attempt an answer at this?
Sure, and if I like it, I might make it my answer.
She wouldn't be executed by the law. She'd be executed by Umber Lee for trying to get Zog back.
You really
In a
think that
really
she'd go
fucked
back
up
to
way,
you?
Zog might even be the executioner.
Yeah. You know, that's absolutely right. Yeah. Umberly would make. I can't say that because that's actually something I thought maybe about doing. So I won't say that.
Prove your loyalty.
Well,
We're doing the talkback episode and whatnot. I'll actually touch on that really quick. Deep down, that's part of the reason Zog doesn't settle down with anyone and he fucks around and whatnot. He's like, the second somebody tries to get in between me and the ocean, he's worried for their safety from Umberly.
You can just marry Sundial for the tax benefits.
AKA why you left Samori on red when she gave you the fucking phone call.
Yep.
So what I'm hearing is we need to
lure you
kill.
back to land.
We need to kill
Do
Umberly
not
so
kill
that
my
you can
god.
be married.
You need to kill Umberly so that Zog
How
can marry
is my
Samori.
Zog and Quinlan boat gonna ship if there's a giant wave in the way?
Zog only needs one ship and it's the Toad Skipper.
You have to fleet.
Honestly, I think our next thing to do with the Toad
I
Skipper
don't think
is
Maverick needs to answer this
to
question.
fly.
I don't think Maverick needs to answer this question. what would be the reason your character would be executed? I think there's a pretty clean answer to what would.
It's not like
Yeah.
And for Quinlan, it would be going off, basically collar off, rage mode, spree of havoc and murder.
Hmm.
He's still got some anger issues to work through.
I'd like to see it.
And in this moment in between questions, Stealthy has graciously updated our fan Discord to also have a channel for playlists that we make. I think a lot of us make playlists for characters. And if you're ever curious what music helped inspire them, go check out our fan Discord in our link tree down below.
Absolutely.
Especially check out Stealthy. Stealthy has a uniquely amazing taste of music.
1 second it's hyperpop, the next it's dark academia. Like, sorry, that's just me.
Oh, you went.
Oh, your
full
mic is a
static.
little.
Yeah.
Oh.
There you
There
are.
we go.
There you go.
I think you were too
Mert's
close to your TV or to your computer.
To your
so-
TV.
Yeah.
The screen, the fucking screen.
There
okay.
you go.
There you
The
go.
mom.
Stop teasing me
You
for
guys
being
haven't-
dyslexic.
You guys haven't seen my Spotify Wrapped, so
Oh,
just saying, it's very interesting.
there you go. All right, and with that, it'll be a rolly for a new lead.
Oh baby.
Okay, I got a pretty high number this time.
I
Is
thought
it
was
higher
real
than a
real
17?
dice. I got a
I
natural
got a
20 out
17
loud.
exactly.
I'm
God
stupid,
damn it!
I've been rolling twos or sixes and sevens this whole time.
Allie, you
rolled
go.
So many sevens.
Allie, you go.
15.
Sundial.
Yes.
This is my question, actually.
Okay.
Does Sundial plan to decorate their pot at some point? And if so, what decorations would they do?
I can fucking do that.
I never thought about. I'm like, why does Sundial not decorate this damn pot? He lives in it half the time.
That is
So, like, what, I'm
such
supposed to,
a
like, clean
that
it?
is such an Allie question and such a sundial answer.
Or like,
I just didn't think about it.
That is such an Allie question and such a sundial answer. When are you going to decorate your pot? I can decorate my pot. Oh, I love it.
Literally
Who said
say
we
that to
weren't
Sundial
playing?
in person, and he'll be like, oh, "Do you want to help me?" That's gonna
I
be
will remember
their
to
answer.
suggest it.
Rhys, I also sent you the invite to the fan server.
Yes, I did accept.
Look at that.
I just realized that because me and Stealthy at least have posted in it, and our covers are our characters, and I realized I could just add wearing headphones to the descriptions I use in the AI for a logo for the playlist, and I'm kind of in love.
It's not a bad idea. All right. So, Allie, you do, Sundial, it will be your question.
Oh yes. Oh my god. But yeah, that is literally, I didn't fucking think about it,
Yeah.
and I don't think Sundial would have
Great
thought
answer.
about it either because he's got a
Great
lot of other
answer.
questions that he's asking everyone. Who have I not asked yet? I've asked Mavrin, Allie, and I think Dibby. Did I?
Yeah, unless you ask me the NPCs one, no. I don't know that you have necessarily.
Ooh, okay, I'll ask this one because I want to, but it's to Zog. Badly.
Yeah.
What will Zog do when he runs out of space for tattoos of his passengers' names? Has he thought that this far ahead?
For one, I've made it really clear he gets them pretty small, so it's gonna take him a long time to run out of space. But like, if he like eventually, because it's one arm and the other arm is like all of his ocean stuff and whatnot. If he runs out of room on an arm, he's willing to start doing a leg, which will take so fucking long.
Do you
And-
start
and-
from like the hip down or the calf up?
The V down.
Oh,
So there's gonna be a couple passengers right next to his dick, for better or worse.
Don't say that while I'm in the middle of taking a sip. God damn it. Oh my god.
Next question.
Besi-
Is Zog a Speedo wearer then?
Zog's a skinny dipper. Like,
Oh my
like,
god.
100%.
Mhm.
But like,
Actually, I mean, yeah. What would I do if I filled an arm and a leg? Because he's not willing to do both legs. Probably, like, if he really runs out of room, he's probably old enough to be like, maybe it's time just to stop. If he runs out of a whole arm and his entire fucking leg, that's probably his point of
Time
like,
to
maybe-
retire.
yeah, time to retire. Like,
that's your retirement end? Is just like,
Yeah.
fuck, you're my last person. I have no more room.
yeah, like the second it's even like his foot, he's willing to do. Probably, I don't know. Probably to like right when the arch starts. I'm looking at my foot right now. Right where the arch of your foot starts
Mm-hmm.
or ends, depending on how you're looking at the arch closest to the heel, is probably so. The second he's tattooing that is like, you are my last passenger. And he's still living on his boat. He's still doing his own thing, and he'll take people. I guess he's still. It just
Yeah.
becomes, instead of this is my job, to the random old guy that's like, hey, do you need a ride?
Right. So instead, you're the last person that has to pay.
Yes.
And then that person will go, well, fuck. I mean, can't you just like start the not paying now? Because like,
No, actually, you're the last. You have to pay my entire retirement. You're tripled
yeah.
price.
Wild.
I got to this point and I forgot to save any money. Can
Except
I'll
for
just take all the money in your
the
pockets.
checks in my desk that have like 7,000
No, those are gonna be
coins in
gone soon.
them. Like, you know.
We're gonna deal with those.
Badly.
Actually, that's a good group question. Oh, what?
Would Zog maybe at some point in time take somebody being like, why don't you just black it all out and then start doing it in white?
No, he does not want to cover up any of his
Okay.
passengers. That's a good, not to derail. I mean, it was my question actually. This wasn't written. Does anyone have thoughts of what they should, like, what we should do with the large amount of boat money?
Okay, so I wasn't there for this episode. How much boat money do we
Okay.
have?
Enough.
So
There's enough.
Good amount.
okay, so
There's
here's the
enough.
thing.
I can give you the plot. I wrote it in the chat.
Yeah, so as a joke, Zog got a
Okay.
check from Samori's, as a joke, Zog got a check from Samori's, account, assistant, desk clerk, basically, secretary. Got a check from Samori's secretary as payment for helping her with her lawyer situation, whatever. And he opened his desk and threw it in with the other like checks that he's been written, and he has a lot of money just sitting around in his desk that he has like written notes on and let go into disrepair. Like, there's no guarantee that these checks will still hold, but
There's a $1,250 or a a 2,500 gold piece, a 550 gold piece, a 300 gold piece. And Allie is gonna cash those, and we can decide. I think we should update the boat. I think the boat needs
I think we
updates
should give the boat the ability to fly.
or drive.
Like
Which
go
is,
from
which is
like
one of the
water
questions-
to air.
we'll go from that off
Then
the
it's actually
handle
the
group
toad
question. We'll go from that off the chat group question to an actual Zog question that has been asked multiple times. Hello.
Oh,
Thank you to
Howell.
Hey.
thank you to Howell for
Thank you.
subscribing.
Owl, did you bring your castle? Ghibli reference.
Subscribed for 17 months and on a 2-month streak. Well done. Thank you for supporting the channel all these years. Thank you. I'm in the castle. There you go. I will kind of take over from an off-the-cuff group question to an actual Zog question that has been asked multiple times, and Brett has asked this today. If Zog could modify his boat to be an airship, would he? Like,
I don't know. Look, the player thinks it's really fucking cool and would love to do it. Zog, I don't know. I think Zog's like, no, my loyalty's to the water. I like the water. I think he would have issues with modifying the ship to do that. If he has enough money to buy another boat that could fly, maybe.
Do you think?
But this was his parents' boat that was handed down to him. It's always been in the water. It's probably been docked, I'd say, a dozen times for maintenance, and that's it. This thing lives in the water.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think Umberly would be upset with you if you got a boat that flew? And she's like, "Bitch, what?"
I think no, because
I'm curious to know
I
what
guess
you
it
think, because
depends.
I will offer my input on this
Yeah.
as well, because I'm curious what you think.
I think if I upgraded the boat to fly and I stopped being in the water, she would be pissed. If I upgraded the boat to fly and I was flying less than the water, or just like as much as I've been doing all these side quests not being in the water, like we were just in hell and we were walking around the city and whatnot, and she wasn't like, "Why aren't you in the water?" Like, she wasn't pissed. I think she would be fine with it, as long as my primary was still the water.
So, Umberly
What if you start
is
making a lot of money flying?
commonly known as the
Bitch of the sea.
as the deity of the sea, but also of like bitch of the sea. Yes. Many nicknames, sea bitch and bitch queen being among them. But Umberly
Not as much fun when she calls herself that.
is also just like the goddess of sailors. So in this world, sky sailors, sky whatever, people who use the air, who fly airships for one reason or another, fall under her like command, because a majority of people that are flying through the sky are also flying over water. And if they're flying over land, they are just like, you know, her purview would include like airplanes as soon as they're invented, and like rocket ships as soon as they're invented, and it, like, you know, that kind of thing. Spelljammers leaving like the material and traveling through the astral plane of space and time to end up in another material world. Umberly can still have the purview over those interdimensional sailors as well. Like,
So she wouldn't be against it.
she wouldn't be fully against it, no. In the capacity that you worship her in, she would see it as another means of like, as you were in hell, you couldn't be in the water. If you're in the sky, you will make it back to the water at some point. And
Yes.
like, her purview of Queez is still primarily on the water. Yes. You have questions on now.
Yes. So does that mean that the giant sky whales were under her domain? So petting them was a good thing?
No. Don't
Sky-
pet the whales. They follow
Because
us,
Umber-
and then it's wet
Because
and
Umberly is
gross.
also the goddess of like sea monsters.
Sky whales are more under the let me look at the list. Sky whales by their nature can be under either Umberly, or they would just be another one of Sylvanus's animal creations, you know.
Okay.
Like Sky
like-
whale, like
Everything in Queez is also mutated and changed.
yes.
So they're not creations of the Savannah because it's.
Oh no, they are still creations of those gods. They are just mutated by the power of the Lyramite.
Okay.
Just thinking out loud with this as well. Like, Umberly's also kind of related to being the goddess of storms, like obviously like ocean storms and whatnot.
That would be would be Talos would be the actual god of storms. Talos and
Yes.
Umberly have like a past. They have
Yes.
like, and you and as much was mentioned in the episode where you celebrated your birthday, Zog.
Yes.
Like, you were
I
put
can-
through a test to become her champion, and that was one of the questions, was like, who amongst these deities is my least respected, or like, do I
Yes.
respect the least? And you got that question wrong 3 times
I
out
did.
of 4 responses. Like,
That being said, I could so see Zog being like I'm a sky sailor now,
Yeah.
but I only sail when it's storming. Like I am the person you call during the terrible fucking weather. I can make it through. Like
I will say, sky ships and sky boats like that don't travel faster than water boats and water ships. So like, good idea, but
you
like
can,
straighter
you
line.
can
less
straight line. Yeah,
you
exactly,
can straighter line, yeah.
Yeah, so you can pay him a little bit more. It's like, hey, can I get like this overnight shipping? It's like, all right, I'm gonna have to put on the sky engine. You ready to pay for that gasoline or that energy? Cat.
Oh, one of my windows is open. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, that was kind of a fun one. I will say either Zog, you have the floor because of the modified airship question.
Let's see. We're actually really cruising through questions now.
Yeah.
Quinlan, on this note and whatnot, what's the deal with you and Talos? Is Quinlan searching for a through line to Talos, or is he not considering it at the moment?
Okay. So in regards to Talos and all of this, he knows that Talos is the one that hit him with the lightning and sent that, hey, you, be like my champion or whatever, you know, like whether that be warlock or cleric or paladin or whatever. You know, little kid didn't know that. So he's kind of torn. Cause like Talos and Umberly have this I hate you, I want to rip your face off relationship. And he doesn't want to bring that onto the boat, especially because he's kind of crushing on Zog. But like at the same time, his interactions with Umberly are like, now I kind of want to just add Talos to the mix just because fuck you, Umberly.
Maybe they can rekindle the relationship.
Huh?
Maybe they can be inspired by the two of you to rekindle the relationship.
So, on the
You want
Forgotten
us
Realms
to Romeo and Juliet.
on the Forgotten Realms wiki, Talos and Umberly entered into a romantic relationship as a sort of a like behind closed doors duel over who should have more authority over storms. So Talos and Umberly are not exactly like at each other's throats, constantly trying to like kill each other, and they definitely don't hate each other as deities go.
Okay.
But there is like Umberly believes that she needs to be in Talos's good graces so that she can like have more control over oceanic storms.
Yes.
Okay, because
But given the opportunity, she would like try to like usurp Talos and have full control over the fury of the storms herself. So like,
okay,
there is an era of like, yes, we are working together. Like they are in close connection with each other because they both have some like overlap over like storms in the ocean itself. But the ocean is Umberly's domain, and the storms above it are Talos's still.
Yes.
So.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because the way like we had discussed it previously made it seem like it was more adversarial and combative.
Talos was one of the responses in the which of these deities do I respect the least question. But Talos was an incorrect answer because of their past relationship and their past like Talos and Umberly have a mutual understanding as of right now.
Okay.
And with
So,
that,
very much puts that debate for me to like let him pursue that. I think I'll actually like have him pursue that avenue a little more actively rather than passive. That could be quite interesting.
Could be. And there would be a good enough reason for you to start
whole-
calling upon Talos again, because you just had a fucking experience with the god of death, like, or the god of the dead.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I was just
so,
going to say, just
like-
don't let him on the fucking boat without talking to Zog.
exactly.
Which like gives this whole like thing with the coin that like, oh, there was a missed moment to be like, yo, dude, what's up? This yours?
Yeah. Yo, dude.
But you know, people to protect and Allie being Allie.
So with that, we will once again enter into a break with Quinlan having a question in the pocket ready to go. So don't go anywhere. We will conclude this talk back after this short break.
Yes.
Woo!
I gotta make a playlist for Zog.
I don't know
again,
why
I
I
made
feel-
the songs he listened to. I'm sorry, you go.
I don't know why I feel like Talos and Umberly has this like lovers to enemies energy for
That's
that
what I was
story.
thinking.
It's like, what if they just like had, like, you know how there's some couples that are just like, let's see who can be most dominant. What if it's like, oh, Umberly just lost, and now she's pissed about it, and she's like, that man ain't shit. He's like, fuck him.
I have thought so many times, how fun would it be to do like a level 20 D&D campaign that like everyone plays one of
Oh
the gods.
yes.
What everyone plays like an not an idol, but an aspect of the gods.
Yeah.
I think that would be
I think like a champion, like a champion level 20
What's the
make
word?
champions.
I'm trying to
gods.
think of the word.
Chosen.
I think it would be
no.
a fun idea.
That aspect is
Avatar,
correct.
Get like
yeah.
a good group of people together, all make up a god of their own creation, then have a battle royale, like what their classes and stuff like that, what they're over, and have them go into like their mortal form and have a like level 20 battle royale, and then that be like a big thing.
An
within, like,
avatar. That's the
world.
word.
Yeah,
Like you
avatar.
said.
But like, no, like the gods talk about it in fucking campaign. Like in the campaign, it's like, oh yeah, fucking this bitch, backstabbed me in the middle of our last big
I don't
battle
think he had a
royale.
cigarette.
Fuck him.
Zog smoking a cigarette?
He did in hell.
Yeah, he did.
Also, I got young Zog for some reason.
Ooh.
Oh, he's fucking hot.
I don't look. If right
That's-
now, currently,
That's Zog in the throes of twink death.
yes,
Just
yeah, 100%. Right now, if you were to ask me like, hey Bradley, what do you play on ANIPOD? I could just say hot guy with a trident, and it describes everybody I play right now.
It really just does.
It really does.
Hot guy with a trident. Can you tell me anything else about him? He deals with emotional shit by storing it inside. I don't know what you want from me.
I still think it's interesting that 12 fights with a trident and does not know how to swim.
We just talked about this. I know.
Yeah.
Does Zog know how to swim? I hope
Zog
so.
absolutely. Yes, Zog
Okay.
knows how to swim.
I mean, there was a reason that sailors were afraid of the oceans, because a lot of people didn't know how to swim back then. Because think about it, not a lot of people had like a pool to be able to do that. So if you're swimming, you're in the middle of waves and shit.
Anything else about this character? Yeah, he has like one of the members of the party has a close familial attachment to them, and like
Yeah.
sometimes they're really annoyed about it, sometimes they're not. Like, oh, there you go.
Oh,
All
I
right.
actually like it with like the eyes cut off.
Breakover in 3, 2, 1.
It's like a
And we're
hentai
back.
protagonist.
All right. Oh, I just realized
Like,
that
no
Alex.
face?
Oh, there we go. There you go.
Smashing a burger. I apologize.
Oh, there you go.
I'm like,
Smash.
oh,
What? Yeah,
it's
there you
crazy. It's
go.
bad.
What it
Like,
do?
All right. We will just do a little bit more questioneering here, and then we will call it to about the same length as the last one, that the other talkback that we did, which ended up being about oh yeah, that one was about 3 hours. So we'll take this final period here. We may finish all of the questions that were written down with how effectively and efficiently we've been we've been
And
answering
we're
them.
short too. Like it
Yeah.
would have definitely taken longer if we didn't have, or if we had the other ones here.
Yeah, it would definitely, yeah. So just know, Chaos and Willow, you are actively being missed right now. And with that, we will have Quinlan with a question in the pocket ready to go.
Yes. All right. This one is more of a. I'm going back to the general.
Okay.
Alrighty.
Just because I'm curious about everybody's answers to this. Who would win in a battle royale? Because personally, first, second, third place, I'm going right now. I'm not counting Maverick.
You're not counting that?
Not counting Maverick.
I'll
at
say primary party preference, but also Maverick would probably be the top of everyone's list right now. Like,
Well, he's
yeah.
also 5 levels higher than us, so that makes sense.
Yeah.
For me, in order 1, 2, and 3, it would be Burk, Zog, then Quinlan. Just because, like, he thinks Zog would be too beefy, and he knows that Burk could kick his ass, but he's not letting on just how bad that ass whooping was that first time they met.
I think y'all are sleeping on something. If any of us besides Willow go down first, Willow wins.
Yeah, I was gonna say the same thing.
Willow automatically gets a teammate.
Yeah.
Like if any of it, even Maverick in the picture, I'm gonna be honest. If Maverick downs one of us and Willow can be like, "You are my puppet now," like I think
Willow
Willow
wins.
has a good fucking chance.
Yeah, she'd have to be the first one taken out, or she takes the cake.
Yeah, it's either she's out first, and then I think I'm gonna be, maybe it's ego. I think Zog can whip all y'all's asses. Like
Only if he has Umberly
I
in his
do.
back.
That's why I put you second, is because like you've got
Especially
Umberly in
with
front of
Umberly in the back pocket. Like,
with Umberly, I will say,
with that barbarian though, just
yeah, the barbarian, but as well as the wild magic that could either harm them or hurt them, or
Yeah, I
harm
put
them or
them in
help
solid
them.
third.
Yeah.
yeah.
My rankings go, if Willow isn't out first, Willow, Zog, Quinlan. I also think Quinlan can kick Burk's ass, if I'm being honest.
I mean, we saw that duel. I would
Yeah.
believe it.
Can I just say, Sundial is gonna help Willow kill everyone as quick as possible, and just because he's like, you know what, let's fucking go, baby. Or
so in a battle royale where it's every man for themselves, you would immediately try to form an alliance with Willow.
exactly,
You wouldn't form an alliance with Zog?
hell no.
Oh my
On
god!
opposite teams. If anybody's taking you out, it's me.
Oh my god!
Allie's just
gets
funny.
first target.
Ellie would
Ellie's
probably
right.
die first because they would turn their back and they'd just be taken out immediately.
So my personal ranking for this, and do not interpret this as this is like my preference of who I like to DM for versus my preference of like how strong I think your character is. I think that you bring up a good point with Willow not going down first would mean they would have an ally. I still think that even with an ally, Willow would still be pretty weak to the rest of the party.
They also can fly.
They also
That's
have
also a
the
good
ability
point.
to fly. Like, yeah, like again,
And they've got the size advantage
Willow
because they're a
Willow kind
small
of has
creature.
Willow kind of has a like a glass cannon effect to them. Like,
Yeah.
they can be pretty strong, but they're also smaller and less health and less armor. Like, so my ranking, like, of the main party, you have 6, and if you're adding Maverick, you have 7. But Maverick is at the top of that list because they're strictly over leveled and over, they were designed to TPK the party, possibly. Or not TPK necessarily, but personal ranking of the main 6 would have to go Zog number 1. Quinlan and Burk are battling it out between 2 and 3 in my own head. Like, either one of them could be 2 and either one of them could be 3. Sundial at 4, Allie at 5, and Willow at 6. But with Willow's glass cannon capability, Like, if Willow brings an ally up with them and I allowed that undead ally the same abilities they had when they were alive, Willow goes from 6 to 2. And then Quinlan and Burk would be battling it out for 3 and 4. Like,
Actually, oh yes.
I just want to say, Sundial literally can create a fucking golem.
like he
Okay.
can. Like
Like-
an inanimate object,
And
like, or
then
an
he can
animated
just,
object.
You know,
but, like, yeah.
go anywhere and just slip into anything, go between any. Like, he has the ability to just not be around and then still have something that fights people.
I think that's a good point about Sundial. I also think that Sundial doesn't have the combat wit to survive when facing up against people like Quinlan. That's my only argument against that. Because, like, yes, you have the power and you have the like special abilities, but the wit in battle.
The
I don't
combat
think-
IQ.
Yeah.
I guess that's the wisdom, but yeah.
Yeah.
We're missing a big wild card. Allie gets a couple good pulls from the deck of many things, and
At
Beats us
this
all.
point in time, Allie could just pull cards from the deck of many things and pray. Like,
yeah,
Fair
like
enough.
Allie could TPK us, with
which
the
is
deck.
why this is such a hard battle
Yeah.
royale in your current state. Like, it would be hard to discount Allie's deck of many things as a very strong tool. But, like, at the same
But they would
time,
just run.
Allie pulls a void card and Allie immediately loses. Like,
Or
Yes.
even it going
Forever.
back to like items and whatnot. Zog, I feel like, could take down Quinlan. I don't think he could take down Quinlan twice with your fucking coin of Talos.
That's
Yeah.
true.
You basically
Honestly,
have double the hit points, double the key points, double any like all your abilities. That's gonna be tough.
see, here's the thing. The coin doesn't necessarily activate when the holder dies. It activates
Oh, okay.
it activates when the holder and all immediate allies that the holder designates
Okay.
are
Okay.
like
With
so
that knowledge,
there
it
is
would
like
be 2 battle royales in a row, so my answer changes.
yeah.
Because people would have time to think about their actions. So I think Allie would move up on the totem pole because they would realize they can't run away, and then they would have to strategize.
That's an interesting way to look
That's
at it.
actually-
That's an interesting
I don't
way
know
to
where
put
they'd
it.
sit, but they would not be last place at that point.
Okay, so for the second battle royale after the Talos coin, my ranking of the 6 would then change. After having already done a battle royale, yes.
Allie could cop out and summon Mavrin.
Oh, Allie could
I
also
could
just
summon
summon
Mavrin.
Mavrin.
And Maverick would
Oh,
fight for
that's
Ellie in that
lucky.
instance. Yes, I win.
That
That's like
Of
a
the
whole
main
new
6, yeah.
campaign. Yeah, a whole new campaign, battle royale. Allie summons Mavrin, takes Zog's boat now that he's dead. Now it's just the two of them doing whatever they want.
oh my god.
I think
Allie and
we
Mavrin,
established-
Mavrin and Allie.
Take over the world.
I have a kobold.
Oh yeah,
that wears a
that would be
cauldron
like
that I
next
would love
on
to
this
play.
on the list.
For the second battle royale, I feel like Ali makes a damn good point. I would also say that if a second battle royale had to happen, Sundial would jump up that list too.
Yeah.
Just like out of the like, I don't know. I don't know that Zog drops all the way to the bottom of that list, but like Zog, it would definitely feels more like okay, I'm just gonna do the same thing as last time, and he's the one who's gonna get the advantage taken of by the others.
Yes.
Like,
Well, I won last time. Why would I
yeah,
change
yeah,
anything?
exactly, yeah.
Like, if it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Yeah.
Gee,
Good
you didn't
question.
do that last time.
Good question.
But then, like, I
Alright.
think Willow would take top then, because she would also adjust her strategy.
Willow would absolutely
Willow's
move
also
way
just like
up to the top.
absolute
Yeah.
fucking
So what-
chaos. So
What I see happening is like first time around it'd probably be like Willow and everything, but then for the second time around, Allie, I feel like Allie, Willow, and Sundial would like suddenly be like swapping places, and it just kind of depends because I don't think Allie would summon Mavrin the first time around. No. And the second time around, upon realizing Allie can't run, then they would summon Mavrin. But the question is how quick can everybody react to Mavrin being summoned? Because you would all have to
Yes.
work together in order to bring down Mavrin.
Like the battle royale would stop and it would just be like, take down Mavrin, and then it would go back to being a battle royale. Because that's the thing about, like, even if Mavrin was involved in this battle royale, with the knowledge that it was a battle royale amongst all of the party members, all of the other party members would probably gang up on Mavrin anyway. Like, I feel like that's not a given, but it's definitely
Actually,
like
Not as given as you think.
maybe
I was gonna
not-
say if it's definitively a battle royale, Zog is 100% like Team Mavrin until it's the two of them left. Because Zog in his brain thinks I could fucking take him.
That's fucking. There you go. So the answer is we'll never truly know until we do it. So
The day that Mavrin gets not brought in, Sundial is just gonna be like, he doesn't even go here.
Here.
he doesn't even go here.
You just
All
have
right.
a lot of feelings. They're all angry.
Yeah. Oh, I love it. So let's roll for general lead again.
No, because I just see Mavrin turning around and it gets down to like Allie, Zog, and Mavrin. Mavrin turning around, looking at Allie and going, "It's time to sit down, pretty kitty."
Oh my god.
All right, Discord King, kitten, please.
Wow.
Oh, the betrayal.
I flop even.
Just the bow out, sit down now. We don't have to do this, and I can go take care of that one. Oh, 18, by the way.
I got a
Oh,
15.
I got an 8, not an 18.
I got
Got
a
14.
I got a 19.
Hey.
Am I gonna be the lead?
Yeah,
I think I might be the
just
lead.
barely.
Barely, yeah. All right.
I've been getting mid rolls this entire time. Like I've been in the middle every single time.
Well, here's one. I will, because I don't know if Mavrin will be as prevalent for the next talkback because of the nature of it. I will try to get one more of Mavrin's questions out of the way here. Will Mavrin be at least a little excited if Zog turns up again trying to get a ring?
Oh, I can't hear you.
It's just
100%. Mavrin would be very excited if Zog turns up trying to get a ring. Purely because he would just fold Zog into his plans to further his own power. So, like,
Yeah, but it could be like an I
Again.
help you, you help me scenario, right? Like,
he would help you, but it would have a price.
yeah. Yeah. There you
Because,
go.
like, you won't be getting that for free.
There you go. You may.
The first time around, your price was you helped me. I hope you get out of hell. So
yeah.
Second time around, you came back. I'm not helping you get back.
Yeah.
Like, you gotta figure that out
it's
on your own.
I help you, you help me, I help you make hell bearable.
Yeah. All right, so Mavrin, you can you have the floor.
those two aren't there.
Looking at the Burk and Willow questions, just like Burk. Oh wait.
Yeah, no, I kept doing the
yeah.
same fucking
Yeah.
thing.
That's why I needed to move down to the bottom because I couldn't stop looking at them.
What's Allie's deal with deities, and are there any they respect?
Ooh, great.
Allie does not believe in the all power of creatures that are like corporeal. So like everything can die in Allie's mind. So like a god is not a god. They're just someone who thinks they're a god, and they just have enough power to pretend. That's Allie's belief. I don't know if Allie does. That's Allie believes. I don't know if that's true in the world, but Allie really
Maybe I
believes
didn't necessarily
wish
communicate.
spell anyone can die.
Maybe I didn't necessarily communicate one very important thing about Kelemvor then, when, like, okay.
Maybe that's
That's
an important
interesting.
thing
Keep
about
going,
Allie
keep
is that
going.
they misheard that.
So they don't respect beings that don't have like humility, and no god they've met has had humility. They've all been like, I am a god and I'm all powerful, and that is fact. And Ellie's just like, everybody can be taken down a peg. They do respect Bakab, the god of magic, because magic is the closest thing to immortal that Allie's ever encountered.
What a powerful.
You
statement.
have also of the gods that you have met. You've met Dispater, one of the lords of hell, Kelemvor, the lord of the dead, who is I believe his alignment. What is Kelemvor's alignment? Kelemvor's alignment is lawful neutral, so not necessarily a humble being out of the nature of their like. Because they are the lord over all that has come to pass. Like, so their humility runs thin when they're keeping track of not just the denizens of hell and the abyss, but also those of the celestial and the afterlife and limbo and stuff like that.
Well,
like,
and I met Umberly, and she's just
and Umberly's just chaotic
salty
evil.
bitch who thinks, she's
salty
all
evil.
powerful.
So there will come a time when you will meet a god who is humble to their purpose. Would that change their mind at all?
Maybe. It would depend. Do they believe that they are an all-powerful god, or do they believe they're just someone with impressive powers that's not that different than other people?
So
Allie has the holier than thou, doesn't like that.
another thing about that is you mentioned corporeality.
Yeah, if I can see you or touch you, you're not a god. God should be like fifth dimensional beings that are imperceivable to the humanoid eye. That's Allie's belief. That's why magic is like the closest thing to godly they could think of. Because some magic is invisible, some magic is visible. It's ever changing, ever apparent.
That would have to come down to like a flaw in Allie's definition of corporeality. So like,
yes,
there you go. All right, never mind. I was
Allie
gonna
is
say
not
like
a smart character.
Allie's not smart. Allie has preconceived knowledge.
if
that
I can see or touch you, you're not a god. Like, okay.
Yeah.
So,
Because if I can see or touch you, then there's a chance for you to die.
Doesn't know
I
what
would
an
have so loved. I mean, don't get me wrong. Would have completely derailed a character in a campaign. If you had even tried to test that theory by touching Kelemvor, you would have died on the spot.
It's okay, I can see him.
Yeah, and
Which means that magic can work on him.
One of these days, we're gonna meet a like a fucking.
Magic works on Kelemvor. I would have loved to see you try to cast a spell at Kelemvor and he automatically nullify it because he's a god. Like,
Allie was terrified of Kelemvor. That's not untrue. It can both be true that Allie knows they can't kill
two things
these
can
gods,
be true at once. Yeah.
but also believes that they're not immortal beings.
I don't have
That's a
this
very
one,
weird,
but
faulty.
somebody out there does.
Right.
Yeah.
It's a strange line to toe, but it's
a
one that
they have a logical fallacy.
it's a strange line to toe, but it is indeed a weird line to toe as well. I like it. Okay, so Allie, that is your floor. Yeah. Okay.
Where do you see your character in your ideal epilogue for them?
I was very curious about this. This is one that I wrote, fully intending for like how Dono basically said like, what is your end goal for your characters in Crossroads? Like, I want to know what your guys' end goals, your epilogues are. So your ideal epilogue is the last episode of this campaign plays. Then there's one more episode where each character in turn gets to talk about or role play through where they are at after the campaign is done. Like, as of this moment right now, if the campaign were to end and the rest of your character's life went out the way that you hope it does, what is their ideal epilogue? And you can start with whoever's up for that.
I mean, I feel like I've been answering very quickly to all these if somebody wants to go first.
I feel like Sundial would be very happy if it started where it ends where it started, where it was just me and Zog on the boat again. Because I don't think he'd like to just be settled down in one spot. I think he'd be very happy with like the land and having that set up as like an inn and everything like that. But he'd come and visit it, but it wouldn't be his spot to be in. He would want to, or they would want to be able to still be exploring and traveling and learning about the world.
It's like so sweet.
I mean,
I'm scared of Maverin's answer.
I'm afraid that Sundial's answer is gonna be different than Zog's, and now that I'm just gonna watch sadness happen.
And Quinlan's is kind of in that similar vein of like going where the winds take him, you know, like that travel connecting with the land, just kind of living peacefully and happily in harmony with the forces of nature, whatever that looks like.
I may or may not have written like a 15-page "this is my dream for Zog" already.
Oh shit.
Wow.
I mean, like way like in the future, way down the line.
Sure. Can we get the short version?
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. He wants to be the next ferryman for the River Styx. That is his internal happiness. Any sailor that's been lost out at sea, drowned out in a way, he wants to be their last boat ride. That is why he made the comment that he's like, hey, maybe I'll see you one day, get one of those rings. He made even comments that he wants to see. He kept looking down the rivers, looking to hope and see that boat. He has heard stories of, and like, I'm sure these were like children's books and whatnot, or like just tales growing up on a boat of, yeah, you will get your one last boat ride. Don't worry, bud. No matter what, the Toad Skipper's not going to be your last boat. And he doesn't want to ride it once. He wants to ride it forever. And like the short version of all of it is, I imagine him completely no tattoos. And as the sailor comes on, the arm that once had all those names gets updated with the sailor's like last moments. And he can say, your crew mourned you. You are missed. I'm not saying where you're going is better. It's hard to beat the ocean. But it's not that bad over there. Like, that is goals, like Zog's internal happiness.
I would just like to. That is beautiful.
Yeah.
Sundial's still gonna visit you in the River Styx, though.
Absolutely.
I am
Holy
eventually getting
God.
plane shift. If
Yep.
anybody goes anywhere into any plane, they die. Even if it's like the Feywild, he's gonna go see Quinlan and Willow, and he's gonna go see Allie and visit there and freaking visit. Like, he's traveling, whether it's with his friends or not. That honestly, Sundial is at this point just like, oh, so I'm gonna live like forever because I had another life and I'm starting this one.
Nobody's ever asked Zog why he gets the initials of people that he ferries tattooed on him. It's his resume.
Oh.
That's amazing.
His resume.
Jesus Christ.
I
That's
have
amazing.
devoted my life to this. It's his resume. So,
Okay.
that's my hope. One day, maybe his epilogue.
I am now glad that Kellamvor has been introduced in universe.
Yes.
Because that is probably someone Zog is going to have to talk to do something about that.
I've been planting the seeds. I know.
Holy fucking shit. All right. Well, there you go.
And I get to hang out with Maverick sometimes. He can come on the
yeah.
boat too. It's fine.
Yup.
I get to hang out with Maverick.
Hey, Maverick,
Oh,
you wanna go
boy.
bully some souls with me? Let's go.
Davy
Wow.
Jones. Yeah.
All right.
I'll be Davy Jones.
Oh
my
my
beard
God.
will turn into tentacles.
Do you? Yeah.
Technically, he only looked like that because he wasn't doing his job.
Actually, fair. Yeah.
Wow.
actually.
You know
I
what?
never even thought about that.
That's
yeah.
actually very accurate.
I feel like you wouldn't have that because you'd be like, I fucking love this job.
I wouldn't. Yeah. I look probably the best I've ever looked in my life.
Well,
What do you mean I have to take a break for a day?
Mavrin, do you
You get
feel
one
like
little
you have
temporal on him.
any answer to this?
Like Mavrin's epilogue,
They are the new lord of the layer of
yeah,
Dis.
yeah, pretty much. Honestly,
They
They
overthrow
in charge
Dispater. They overthrow Dispater. They are now the new lord of the second level of hell.
so he sees himself on the throne, whether that's on the material plane or in hell of some kind. He holds an extreme amount of power. So like I said, his goal is to become Mavrin ends up getting enough power to free himself of Dispater. He no longer needs Dispater. Either by usurping or establishing his own well and source of power elsewhere. It can be on pretty much any plane. Material plane seems like it's more fair game given of what's happening in the world itself. The fact that, Sylvanas has kind of abandoned it, and all of these gods are seemingly at each other's throat. Well, there's power to gain there. Either it eventually trickles down into hell or go to the source of that. Mavrin sees himself sitting on a throne, free of Dispater, wielding his ambition as he sees fit.
Or at least a corner office.
Corner office is wild.
With those big ass windows looking over the thing. It's like, hell yeah.
There you go. All right.
Allie?
Dreams.
Did Allie?
I didn't go.
Oh, okay.
Allie just wants their family taken care of. That's it.
I got you, boo boo.
There's something else with the fate card, but I feel like it's too early to reveal that even over table.
Of course.
Yeah, but I think Allie just wants like their mom and their siblings to be like in a safe place where they don't have to worry about stuff and they're just living good lives.
I got you, boo boo.
So it happened sooner than I thought it would. I love that.
There you go.
You're welcome. Okay.
I think did you freeze? Oh no, he blinked.
No.
I'm gonna be honest. I made myself a little bit emotional, and I was like holding back a couple tears. That was the freeze.
Yeah, that was strong. Like,
Yeah.
Damn.
All
All right,
man.
So we roll now? Is that the thing?
Yeah.
Quinlan, you win, right? Yeah. Okay. You win? Yes. Okay.
I want to know.
That was a long answer. Again, Quinlan? Oh, I
7.
got
The
17.
10.
17.
you got a 3.
I got a 3 as well.
All right, Dono.
Hell yeah! Finally. I think I got it once already, but that was because
Yeah, the whole thing of rolling.
She got it.
Yeah.
All right. Quinlan. Is Quinlan curious about anything in the world outside of the Fae still?
This kind of ties into the returning to places or going to somewhere. Yeah, he kind of wants to go see the floating island monastery. Just see what the hell they're all about. Because he may be making a shift in order. Which would be really fascinating, depending on if they're dicks or not.
There you
Well.
go.
They're massive dicks. You'll bring the island down.
Can I share something that I learned about monks that you just reminded me of? Because my brain was just like massive dicks. It's like, what if they don't like speak at all? Like they all have a vow of silence and they're just kind of. I remembered that I saw a post that was like, "Hey, fun fact: monks that have a vow of silence, they are permitted to speak to the temple cats to let them know that their food is ready. So they're gonna go like meow 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 and ring the bell.
Yeah, they're allowed to do like the.
Yeah. Thank you. But yeah,
Pretty
if
incredible.
they're just like a bunch of cats.
I mean, we already live with one big one, so
Yeah, but
we just need so much.
ours doesn't shed.
Yeah.
Wow.
We call that hypoallergenic.
Wow.
We call that a
That's a good
highbrow
question.
joke.
Would Zog let you on the boat if you shed? I don't know.
Oh.
I mean, hairless cats are notorious for leaving skin oil everywhere. So we'll
Yeah,
probably
it looks
deal
like
with that
Cheeto
instead.
dust.
Yeah.
It leaves like Cheeto dust residue on your fingers.
Don't
I'd like
worry,
to
we
think
got
that
Sundial-
Alec bathes enough that that's not a problem, but
It's okay. Sundial's weeklies take care of that. So
Mhm. There you
just
go.
like leaf blower on the side of the boat.
Well, the only question I wanted got asked.
Alrighty.
Here's
I
one
forgot that I
for
wanted
you.
one for Dippy. Ooh,
Here's one for Zog.
okay.
Yes.
Would you replace these guys with another crew if you could?
Now that I know what you guys want to do to my fucking boat,
It's not a what. It's like we haven't really thought about if you died.
Zog can't die.
You've told us what you want to do with it.
yeah, I know Zog's gonna have to write a will.
You have a lawyer ex-wife.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't go to her. She's gonna fuck up my will.
Why not?
What do you mean she's gonna fuck up your will? She's a lawyer. She's supposed to be impartial.
I'm gonna. Oh, she is not. You can't go to your ex-wife and expect impartial.
Not ex-wife, by the way. Y'all never got married.
Oh yeah, ex-fiance. Yeah.
Yeah.
Ex-partner.
Let's see.
Is that bad?
Would Zog? Zog, I'll say it this way, sincerely. Zog is never going to choose to replace anybody. He's not gonna be like, all right, you're off the boat. That being
Challenge
said,
accepted.
he's fuck.
Oh no.
He is, of course, absolutely used to a rotating door of people on his boat, and it's not going to strike him as weird or anything if somebody's like, okay, I'm done. Like that's what happens. I have carried you as far as you need to go. Like,
Yeah.
but no, he's not sitting back being like, I have to get rid of these people. TFA.
Yes.
Were there any big moments so far that were unplanned or mostly improv?
Dude, this whole campaign has been unplanned and mostly improv. Okay, I will say, my DMing style, I typically don't write, like, notes for encounters, for characters, for whatever. I just have, like, random generators. I will make the world. Clearly, I have a sheet for it.
Yes.
I will make the world. And then whatever happens in that world is just down to the dice that the players roll, to the dice that I roll, and to the randomly generated aspects of it that I like, use resources and websites for, right? Mm-hmm. But in terms of like a really big moment that I wasn't prepared for, like at all, like I felt like I was on the seat of my own pants. Because I thought it was gonna go one way and instead it went another. I can't really think of one.
Is it Zog killing a guy?
That was definitely that was unexpected. That was unexpected. Was Zog finishing off the groom from the Green Wedding? That was unexpected. There was a lot of like, oh shit, the guards are gonna notice that the guy died, and like you're standing right over them, and you're gonna like go to jail now. And then you were like Jedi mind trick, and it was like, oh, okay, sure, yeah, that'll work, because I want you to continue with this story.
I will tell you, this far away from it, it was very much a moment that like I knew. How do I word this? I didn't know a better way to show that Zog has a little bit of unhingedness in him. Like, I couldn't think. Now, in hindsight, I can think of a lot of different things he could have done in that moment.
Right.
But we are still showing characters and growing, and not only that, like, introducing to an audience. And I really wanted to get the point across that Zog isn't always the happy-go-lucky guy I've been playing him.
And that makes sense, yeah.
Not gonna lie,
Recently,
I want Zog to kill another dude.
Recently,
I've killed a good couple people now.
I know, but I want you to do it like that again.
Recently,
that
though,
was cold.
The not the most recent episode, but the one before, like Kellenvor on the boat, right? So many things could have stopped that progression of events in the middle of it. Like, so many things could have led to that encounter going differently. You know, rolling successfully even once on checking to see if you're awake. Rolling the random encounter number in the first place to see whether the undead smuggler would have even showed up. That was just a neat idea I had. That was like, okay, if I roll a random encounter number, then I'll try this idea. And then just the slippery slope of the smuggler is showing up, has gotten onto the boat, has gotten Allie's attention. Allie is convinced that she's dreaming. Allie has also convinced that anything that she does in this dream is not going to affect the real world. So let's pull a card. The card that was pulled, the god that was called upon because that card was pulled, all of that, all of it, every single bit of that was just like the most incredible example of I don't write notes like ever. Because I was just like, okay, the undead smuggler's showing up, but Zog isn't here. So what do we do? All right, well, you can go wake up the others. All right, Allie is woken up and thinks they're in a dream. All right, well, let's just play this out a little bit, see how it goes. All right, Allie is offering the corpse a card pull. All right, let's just see how that goes. All right, the corpse has pulled the throne card. All right, normally corpses don't own land or earn their keep, you know, like,
yeah.
So let's just see how this goes. All right, Kellenvor has that is just the purest form of all right, X, all right, Y, all right, Z.
All right,
that
needs
has
to get clipped.
Oh, I have. I'm writing it down right now.
That needs to be like a more insane.
goddamn, like that would be the culmination of that style of those like mostly unplanned. Like, because my whole spiel is that I am mostly improv, that I am like letting the dice decide the game instead of the other way around.
I will say, Dippy, when I came back, I was just like, you did what?
Yeah. All right, so Kellenvor is standing on your boat, like, huh?
Huh?
Yeah, like, again, happy to introduce a god early. Not like totally and entirely surprised at the circumstances. Because Kellenvor was going to come up at some point, i.e. Zog's thing. Not this early. Like, I mean, I say early. We are 55 episodes into this campaign. Like, we are approaching the intermediate stage of like, all right, we're at the point where this could go for hundreds of episodes or it could end in the next few. Like, I don't know. Like, hopefully not the next few. I have a good thing planned for your... for Portland, but you know,
not
and you
important.
have to go to pedal, and you have to climb up that well, you don't have to climb up the mountain, but like, you know.
No, we have to.
We're gonna climb the mountain.
We're gonna
Climb
climb
that goddamn mountain.
I always gotta have a full character arc. I got.
Listen, I rolled a nat 20 on that shit. We doing it.
Yeah,
I'm gonna break question order and Dippy. I'm just gonna be real. Most DMs don't DM a campaign for this long. Like most campaigns fizzle out around like 15 to 20 sessions.
Sure.
Are you surprised how long this is going?
Not at all.
Okay.
I am of the belief that D&D as a hobby, as something to do, should be something that you spend a lot of your time doing rather than something that you like pick it up, put it down, pick it up, put it down. Like I'm not the type of guy that wants to run one campaign for this long and then like, oh, I want to move on to the next thing. Like I want to move on to the next thing. It takes place within the world I've made. Like,
yeah.
I wouldn't be surprised if this is something that we're still doing, like, for the next 3, 4, 5 years. Like, we could still be playing In-quyzz-ition in 5 years. Like, with how irregular our schedule is. Like, we've already been doing In-quyzz-ition for like 3. And we're only on episode 55 after 3 years. If we were doing
been that long,
if we're running an episode a week, like 2 years, I think. Hold on. If the first episode,
2 years. I do not think it's been 3.
Yeah, 'cause I'm like at a year and a half right now, and I didn't start with y'all.
yeah.
Oh.
Hold on. The first episode was posted to YouTube March of 2022. So we're approaching 3 years.
Yeah.
that's
God
crazy.
damn.
Because we play, like, if we were doing an episode every week like Critical Role does, we would be on like 150 something, not just 50 something. And that's just not something that we
also,
do.
Like on like in channel, we do it every other week, and in channel, like we take breaks during the holidays. and everything.
Most
So
of the time,
we've got-
yeah.
We're gonna get maybe 20 episodes a year.
Yeah. So again, I will reiterate, I absolutely am not surprised that it's gone on this long because I love DMing this game for you guys. I love how you interact with my world, and I love the fact that you can basically summon the ire of a god by giving a dead guy a card from the deck of many things. Like, I would never be able to do that if I was constantly changing campaigns. Like,
That's fair.
you build long-standing
Weird shit in long-running campaigns.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you build long-standing relationships with the people that you play with when your campaign goes for more than 20 episodes or so. Like, you guys are some of my best friends because of this campaign and because I run it for you guys. Like, Deadly and Donna
Several
will
of
even...
you are invited to my wedding.
Yeah, exactly. And there's probably a good chance that we wouldn't have been like that wouldn't necessarily be a thing if, the long-standing relationship of the games that we've played, So yeah.
Yeah.
That's
Okay, are we done with
my
the
answer.
emotional stuff?
Yeah, I think so. I think we're
No, I've
No,
been
Dippy, I
playing
hear you,
D&D
I
with
appreciate
Zoe
you.
for like 6-7 years. No, I'm kidding. I won't get into it.
there you go.
Dude, Brett constantly reminds me, it's like, hey, we've known each other for 6 years. I was like, we have?
Isn't that
Because
wild?
I started doing TikTok in 2019, and I'm like, yeah,
Mm-hmm.
we fucking known each other for 6 years. What the fuck?
And I've known
long?
about
Exactly, we've known each
you
other for, like,
guys
8.
for the same amount
Yeah.
of time. I didn't necessarily know you guys for that long, but I've known about you guys for that same amount of time because
Oh,
I was
yeah.
one of those first people doing D&D TikTok too. Like, yeah. Like,
God damn.
all of us came from there, I'm pretty sure. And, like, look at where we are now. TikTok
Yeah,
has been
like if-
threatened to be banned or actually been banned more than 3 or 4 times, and we're still here. So, like...
Yeah, like I just looked it up on Spotify. I've been playing D&D with Zoe for 5 years now.
Wow.
Yeah. And we've known
There
each
you
other years before that.
Years before that, yeah.
So,
Love
yeah.
you, Zoe.
Damn.
I love you way too. I
Aw.
love and appreciate all of you.
All this channel lore. God.
Yeah. We are approaching, fast
3 hour.
approaching, like the 3 hour mark and the end of the questions as they've been written so far, as
Do
well.
we have any more group questions that we can end
We
on?
have one
I will
more.
end. There is one more group question, and it feels like a funny. There are two.
Those are two?
But like
can't
the
read.
last one, I will go ahead and say that we're gonna end on both of those group questions because one of them is hopefully very short, and the other one will just be like a nice little recap of the game, like in general. So, first off, what would your character's social media handle be?
At save a horse, ride a ferryman.
Oh my god! There you go. Save a horse, ride a ferry.
I would have two. One for Quinlan personally, one for the monastery. Obsidian Order Petal would be the monastery.
Yeah, just very
Simple.
official. Very official. Yeah.
Yeah. With the byline of the only in caps monastery of the Obsidian Order in Petal. Just to
Yeah.
fuck with these enemies.
They
The
hammered away.
original one would probably have to be Windland, like Quinlan without the Q but with a
I
double.
love it.
Windland Flux Capacitor.
Yeah.
That's good.
That's really good.
Sundial would probably have, like, with the idea of two, I think Sundial would make a social media handle for the Toad Skipper and just be like, almost every other tweet or every other, like, update is, we on a boat, bitch.
I love it.
And then it's actual, just like, hey, this is our new, well, like, individual that we're that fly or that we're with. Check this out. Zog got a fucking tattoo of him. Like, just updating the arm for growth. And then Sundial's one would be like Slime Guy 69, but he doesn't know what 69 means.
Yeah.
Yeah, he just saw other people doing
He
it.
sees all these
He
other
thinks it's
people
the
with the
Gemini
69 in their username. And just, yeah.
I can so imagine it being like XX slime underscore
I was
guy.
about to say,
XX.
you're the kind of guy that would have like the XX and would replace I's with ones and E's with
Yes!
threes and like, yeah.
Looking at all, because like somebody else took it, but they do like a much different thing than me. And I'm just like, motherfucker. It's like, I'm the slime guy.
I am the literal slime.
If we got social media, Sundial would be a social media murderer for anybody who went and took his name.
Mm-hmm.
Motherfucker, where are you?
Alex would be R Kitty reads tarot. Like
Ooh.
arcane, but it's ITTY, so R Kitty reads tarot.
Oh,
Yeah, I was about to say, if you want to provide a visual example, use the Zoom chat.
Can we take? Okay, can we
Can
take
we put
each one? This is a T-shirt idea. Just saying.
Yeah.
Is all of our social media handles one?
like a shirt that's just a business card with like the portrait on one side and the character
You know,
name and the fucking.
So you remember the like Vex Vax things like that? Only it's that, but it's our like
Oh, yeah.
social media
The-
handles. For our
Sundial and Zog and Quinlan and Ali and
yeah, but
I
instead
like
it's
those
the
shirts,
social
yeah.
media handles. So
Yeah.
it's like at.
Yeah.
Oh, there you
At
go.
the devil you know.
There you
The
go.
devil
devil.
you know. That's yeah.
Yeah.
That's pretty good.
Oh god.
And then mine is Debbie the DM on most all of the platforms.
Wow.
Okay, wait. I have to think of another NPC, like Serpentious, basically. Whatever the fuck his name is.
Chelsea Sasu?
Sasu.
Oh no,
Yeah.
if he used social media.
Dragon mommy.
Kenarorles. I will do one for both Kenarorles and Chelsea Sasu. Chelsea Sasu would have his actual name as his handle, but people would think he was fucking around because of how many S's are in his name. And people would think, oh, snake pun, clever. And he'd just reply like, why are you making fun of my name? Like, that is my actual name, you ingrate. Like, he would just use his, like, and I will try to illustrate as an example. Oh, God. Like, that's his handle because that's just how he spells his name. Like,
Oh, so he's a basic bitch of the snake world.
yeah, pretty much, yeah. And then Kenarorles,
She was a politician. Hers
she
would
was a
be bold.
politician at one point. So Kenarorles, first of all, would not normally interact with
aren't real
social media. Like, these are
Do they
all
have?
real.
Do they have a?
I'm gonna try to take off the at. Oop.
Oh God, yeah.
Do they have a secret social media account?
So yeah, here
Do they
my
have
my
a
idea for
Twitter.
my idea for Kenarorles is that in like she would have been like at rep what did I say they're shortened from Kenarorles was like Ken at rep Ken KHEN and that would be like
Lord,
their
like-
official and that official capacity would just be like
Just Ken.
we have passed new legislation, da 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 da. But their alternate Twitter would probably have like at your golden dragon mom, like, and be
Mommy? Sorry.
like completely like out of pocket, off the handle on their like separate thing, like the one where they never show like either face their face of either of their forms, but like they have the dexterity to take pictures of like their like dragon form for the weird people. And
Yes.
like,
Yes, the weird people. Who would want to see hot dragon mom?
yeah, exactly. No, that is absolutely the double situation for Kenarorles. And with that, we come to we probably come to the end of the thing because we have 5 minutes before the end. We do have one more. If we can make it quick before the last ad
Speed
break
round.
hits and like speed
round,
round of answering the final general question. What is a standout moment with your character from this game so far? And on the side, are there any standout moments between yourself and any other characters? So like
Me with my dad, and then me with Zog and be disappointed.
all right.
One of my first lines, what is the purpose of father to Zog? And that just breaking him.
That
that-
still needs to be a shirt. That still needs to be merch. What is the purpose of a
Yes.
father?
Probably
Just
an emergency.
100%.
Then me dying all of a sudden
Just a-
because I
just a
fucking hit
face.
a trap.
Just a face in a puddle of green slime with the wibbly wobbly like speech bubble of what is the purpose of a father.
We should make a
That's
shirt
actually
with
that's a
sundial
good
and,
emo,
like,
actually.
Yeah.
It would make a good sticker.
Maybe not
as well.
maybe not what is the purpose of a father in the speech
Yeah.
bubble, but like that would be a pretty good sticker.
I mean, Zog becoming a champion, just some of the most fun I've ever had playing D&D. Full stop. Like,
Thank you.
I like the fuckery we got up to while he was getting killed in the fucking other
yes,
room.
that was the other thing that just
Yeah.
made the whole episode great. I was just about to say, and then everyone else just scorching food and whatnot, like the
we
shenanigans.
played beer
of-
pong, didn't we?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That whole episode, sincerely, probably might fit. Like if I had to make a rank list, top
Just
episode
one of the
ANIPOD
which
ever.
I now know are called wave mothers. Just a wave mother playing beer pong and serving food to all of the guests of Zog's birthday party while Zog is actively dying in the other room.
Sundial and Umberly like bonded at that moment.
They did. They straight up bonded.
We were great group. Like we were fucking awesome like beer pong partners.
Yeah.
So good.
Standout moment for Quinlan would have to be him removing the stick from his ass and getting to know everybody a little bit better over him making a meal for all of them.
Aww. That was really nice. And
between characters, I don't know. I'd have to say the cumulative interactions that he's had solo with Allie, just the quietly supporting you with your family,
Bullying that debt collector.
yeah, and kind of bullying you a little bit to mind your business before somebody like comes for you.
I like that me and Allie almost went to jail because we were that stupid.
mm-hmm.
I also like the fact that Sundial paid for us to get into New York City and then got all of his money back. Because he's like, I've got information, pay me, bitch.
There you go. And Mavrin, any for you? We are about to enter into an ad break. This will just be subscriber only and VOD only for the rest.
Yeah, for Mavrin, I think the first moment that the moment that sticks out really is Mavrin asking, actually let me check the Discord so I can get the exact quote here. It's on the quote wall. Was Allie saying to Mavrin, I don't believe in God, and then Mavrin retorting, how about the devil? And and Allie replying, yet to be determined.
Ooh, that was really good.
That was really good. Other than that, just like Mavrin's constant like exasperation with the party in hell, that this man, you guys were so annoying that this man decided it is easier to shove you out of hell than it is to try to kill all of you. Congratulations, you exasperated the devil.
Completely derailing the design of a guest NPC or a guest PC. Like, what a great thing.
Yes.
I will personally say, and this isn't an ad, but it is a VOD thing. Like, I will personally say that one of my favorite moments outside of all of the Kellamvor shit that just happened was running Zog's birthday was one of my personal favorite moments, like DMing you guys, because I was able to engage Zog for his purpose, but everyone else for the purpose of it was a party. Like that was a nice moment. I did also like the Storytellers Festival. The Storytellers Festival was really good.
Yes.
Yeah.
In Hell, like that was a really fun moment.
I got a boon.
I would also say, I would also say the Grand Emporium, the big shopping center where Burk and Willow and one other person, Sundial, got like those special things from the like standing in line waiting for a magical person to like give them a gift of some kind, and like that was a fun thing. That was a fun concept I had lined up for a while.
That was a big moment for Sundial because he's like, this used to be my home, I'm gonna give it to you now. And then and then him
in return
like,
I will give you a new home of your own. Like
it gave me a fat plot of land. Like, hell yeah.
That was a pretty fun moment.
Yeah. And now
So
the whole purpose is that.
So outside of that, Fairy.
Yeah, Flutter Fairy. That would be Willow's. At Flutter Fairy.
There you go. On that note, if you're not subscribed to the Twitch channel, you can't see this, but we're gonna do the outro. So, ladies and gentlemen, and all others, who have been watching and who have been in the call with me, thank you so much for participating in this, for watching, for being here, for talking back. This has been a great little catch up of the campaigns that we've been in and of this campaign specifically. Like, I think we had a lot of really cool questions here. So thank you for participating. How does everyone feel about possibly playing next week?
I can do it.
Couple of thumbs
Can
up.
I get back
yeah.
to you in like 2 days? I genuinely
Yeah.
might have plans for Valentine's Day. I don't know yet.
Yeah, just get back to me. That's fine. Sundial, you're muted.
I said, that is Valentine's Day. I am a married man.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Valid.
So we might have like a one shot of like the
You guys can do your battle royale.
and Stealthy, thank you so much for taking your time with us, for showing up as the guest that you were in the game and as the guest that you are for us now. We appreciate you very much. It'll be good to see you again in the next Crossroads or otherwise. So on that note, I will say thank you so much for watching. Tune in next time, whenever next time is. And until then, your adventure matters. Stay awesome and roll your initiative.
I almost said it.
Bye.
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 So long.